All right, welcome into Before Floor, a special edition here, a Game 6 edition. The Heat had pretty good success against Boston in Game 6s. Coming up here on a Sunday night, tip-off is going to be around 7:45, so we thought we'd do this one a little bit earlier tonight. Ethan Skolnick, I've got my producer, Alejandro Villegas, right there. Alfredo Arteaga is doing this before he gets whacked by Quentin Tarantino in a garage somewhere. I hope you keep all of your fingers. If you don't, as long as they win, I really don't care. Brady Hawk underneath. Brady made another prediction tonight, so there's no reason to get into this. The We Got Shooters shirt. I'm wearing the official 5 on the Floor shirt. Greg Sylvander. There we got shooters. I think you two of you are trying to say something tonight because in the last 3 games the Heat have not had shooters. So maybe this will change the luck a little bit. Just a programming note here. We're kind of going back to our original layout here, our original schedule. Maybe that'll change the luck. Alf is going to provide. I don't know where Alf is. I haven't heard from him all day, but he's going to host the post-game show.
He was at church today.
Yeah, well, maybe. The Church of Crown Royal. And Greg and I are going to be on the podcast tonight. And Alex will be somewhere, one place or another. The only thing that's changed since we last spoke to y'all was that LeBron James is in the NBA Finals again for the 10th time. He beat the Heat there, 3-6 in the Finals. Of course, that's going to get discussed quite a bit, but I think we should I don't know what that is. I think we should acknowledge at least the achievement. It's a pretty great achievement to make 10 NBA Finals since he broke in 2003, 2004 is very significant. We can argue with some of the methods. We can argue how good this particular team is. But the reality is it's not easy to get there, and the circumstances this year were not easy. And he was great. He was great in the closeout game. And so there you go. All right, let's get to the Heat now. Let's get to Boston. And let's get to some of the things we've talked about. I just put up a video on the YouTube channel with 3 keys, and I kept them very simple and basic, and everybody's going to go, duh. But, I mean, to me, the one of them is Jimmy needs to be Jimmy from the jump. This is a 1-year anniversary of Jimmy Butler's introduction, where he talked about what he wanted to achieve. Well, he can achieve it tonight. The 1-year anniversary of Jimmy Butler finally, after he took off for the whole summer to Europe, getting introduced. Like, Heat fans, I remember, Greg, were freaked out. Like, is he really coming? Because he hasn't done an introduction.
Yeah.
Did he change his mind? And then he did that introductory press conference, and I remember we titled the podcast, me and Alf, "Porn for Heat Fans," because it was basically
It was.
It was everything you cultureholics wanted to hear. So it's 1 year from that. So to me, 1 is Jimmy, 2 is Bam. I don't think Bam's healthy. I know Spoelstra didn't say anything about it again today. I think it's a shoulder. I don't think it's a wrist. Some combination of things. He needs to be dominant. And then the third thing to me, the shooting is obvious. We've all talked about it. The third thing to me is I do think a rotation tweak is in order. I think Brady's hit on one of the possibilities, which is Kelly Olynyk. I think the other possibility is Derrick Jones Jr., but I think that somebody has to spell these guys in the first half, even if it's for 5 to 7 minutes, just to change the equation a little bit. All right, let's go to you, Greg. Since this question goes in, what is the gut feeling about this game? Give it to us.
Well, the gut feeling is that the Heat are going to get a win. It's funny because you're right. It is as simple as if they hit threes, I feel like they're going to move on. Jimmy and Bam obviously need to show up. That's not any secret. But there's been sharp regression with Jay Crowder and just the overall shooting of the team. Guys like Kelly Olynyk that maybe you could count on for a 3 here or there just haven't shown up. So tonight you hope that corrects itself. And if it does, I think that they'll move on to their first finals. And to that note, we talked about Jimmy Butler's introductory press conference, and I just think it's important. Let me take this stance tonight that we have a little bit of perspective. Like if we went back to the initial projections and kind of what we thought this team was going to be this day last year, if we told you that we would be in Game 6 of the Eastern Conference Finals, you're going to take that result, win, lose, or draw. So ultimately, I know that we have shifted the goalposts and it is a new kind of outlook on this team. But don't forget that we're in the conference finals, and a trip to the finals is essentially like the championship in some ways for this. And I know this sounds crazy because it's so ahead of schedule. That's all I have to say about that.
Oh.
Unmute me. Thank you. A year ago, you also wouldn't have known it would have been a year you would have still been playing because of the global pandemic. So, yeah, a lot of things have changed. Brady, you wrote a column about Kelly Olynyk today, and I swing back and forth on this one because I could see Olynyk having an impact, and I could see Spoelstra not even playing him. I thought he was going to play, a couple games ago, and he didn't get off the bench. Do you think he'll actually even get the opportunity?
I think it's going to be if the shooting slumps continue. I think Kelly Olynyk gets some run. That was a big thing I saw last game. I think that he should have got more minutes in that. Obviously, that third quarter when they were struggling, their offense wasn't looking good. But if their offense is flowing and Jay Crowder's hitting threes and everybody's scoring, I could see them going the Derrick Jones Jr. route. But ultimately, I think Kelly Olynyk, I've talked about the mismatches with him and Bam on the floor, and I think that's something that we can see today again. Just trying to create mismatches when things aren't. Obviously, it has to be when, like I said before, with Tyson Kanter on the floor, because obviously you can't do that without them on the floor if they go small. But those mismatches that they can create, I think Kelly Olynyk can, if he's hitting shots, which he's had a tough series, he can be a big piece for this win today.
Let's get to this one here. This comes in from Denzi Roy. Hopefully, Bram can bring the hammer. But the point is, the last one of this, the Dragons show up tonight. He had a bounce back game after a poor game. And again, I think now what are we at? How many games have they played so far? 13, 14, right? Yeah. 14 games, and I think he's gone over 20 11 times. It's 10 or 11 times that he's gone over 20. He's been their most consistent scorer during the playoffs. Do you expect Brad Stevens to make any adjustment on him, and where does he kind of fall in the pecking order tonight? Oh, I think Alfredo has lost his tongue. Did they cut your tongue off, Quentin Tarantino?
Or you're asking me? I thought you asked Brady about that. Okay,
oh, I think true. Okay, now okay. This is Reservoir Dogs.
Let me get to Brady. You wrote a column. Let me ask you a question, and I thought it was for Brady. But if you're asking me, yeah, I think that we're going to see an adjustment, and I think we're going to see Marcus Smart right back on him, and we're going to see a little less of Marcus Smart on Tyler Hero because I think they got a flavor of what Tyler Hero is for this Heat team. He's a guy that can heat up, and if they need Marcus Smart on Tyler Hero, they know that they can use him in spots. So I don't think that it's going to be a refocus like it was last game on Tyler Hero. I think they're going to go right back to trying to keep Dragic out of the paint and try to emulate exactly what they did last time, which is all those picks by Daniel Tyson, especially those back picks, especially when we run zone, they're going to try to get the ball to the middle of the floor. We got to start denying the ball. We cannot give a cushion and let them pass the ball on the perimeter. We have to have people in faces, deny passes into the post. And I never thought I would say this, but Spoelstra, and I do trust Eric Spoelstra, because if there's somebody that can get a team to breathe and relax and get ready to execute in a must-win game, and anytime that you can avoid anything can happen Game 7, it's a must-win game. I never thought I would say this, but they need a defense for Enes Kanter because they cannot keep taking these 4-for-4 performances to start every game that lets them breathe and doesn't allow the Heat to get out to bigger leads, because Enes Kanter in the last game, you could say that maybe the Heat hold an 18-point lead if it's not for Enes Kanter going 4-for-4 to start the game again. So, yeah. So I never thought I would say this, but yes, they need some type of defense for Enes Kanter. I don't know where it's going to come from. Maybe you deny the pass into the post. Maybe you front him. But I trust Eric Spoelstra to have the right game plan, but they do need something for Enes Kanter. And I never thought I would say that, but there it is.
You're making very good points, but again, you're doing it from a garage. So I'm struggling with this. I'm with you on Enes Kanter, though. I thought actually our old familiar, maybe former friend, Giancarlo Navas had a good point on Twitter, which is that you need to punish Enes Kanter defensively in his minutes. Like if he's going to play, and I think it's almost more important that you punish him defensively than that you stop him offensively. He's a very good post player. We know that. He's one of the better interior scorers in the league, actually. But he's one of the worst interior defenders of all time. And you have to make him pay on the other end, and they really haven't done that. Perry Greenfield comes in. Do we really think Jaylen Brown can continue to shoot threes like this?
Yes.
If he's hitting them if he's getting them where he's getting them, if you're going to keep giving him that top corner three, he's going to keep making them, okay? That's his spot, all right? And they have allowed him to get to that spot consistently. If you want him shooting above the break threes, that's a different situation. But he's getting that short corner three. He's going to keep making them. A couple of other things that came in here, obviously the Jay Crowder situation. So I will ask this. I mean, I don't think Jay's a guy who lacks in confidence. I don't think it's going to be that he'll be afraid to shoot it, although there were a couple of times he passed on him in the last game. Eric's going to tell him to shoot it. He's going to say, keep shooting, 10 times if you need to shoot it. But I guess my concern with it would be, at what point? Like, are we 0-4? Are we 0 for 5? Do you keep allowing for this, Greg?
5 is okay. Yeah, right. So Spoelstra made a comment in, I forgot if it was a post game or after, in the daybreak, where he said essentially the team can be turned on at any moment. That at any moment they can essentially flip a switch from a shooting perspective. You hope that that's what you see from Jay Crowder. I would, if I was Spoelstra, and I am no coach, I would run the first play of the game and try to get Jay Crowder an open look. Let that be one of the actions that comes off the first play, obviously with Jimmy leading the charge. But it's something that I think if you can get him going and that changes, just that one change can literally open so much, because essentially they've been able to kind of now get to the point where they can leave him and feel good about it. And if you can, turn the tides there, it can make all the difference in the world. So I think Jay Crowder should be an option early. And then if he's not hitting, he's been doing other things, so he's going to stay in the rotation. But you obviously need to find maybe a huge Tyler Hero game to get to the finals.
Let's get into Iguodala here for a second, Brady, because last performance was not his best. I understand he does all these intangible things. I get it, but he wasn't on. He played. I thought played really well the previous game. Did not play as well this game. It gives them one fewer option, because we have discussed it's Crowder or Iguodala late. I mean, it's one or the other that they've been going to, and it's always Hero, but Duncan can squeeze in there as one of the perimeter guys. But it's always going to be Crowder or Iguodala, and they really couldn't trust Andre in the last game in that way. What did you see there with him?
Well, it was surprising just because Jay Crowder wasn't having a great game shooting the ball, and they still went that way. I think Andre Iguodala, you're not going to look at him as a scorer. They're not expecting him to be. He's just going to be a leader on the court at the end of games, and you're going to lean to that more than you don't. So I expect him still to be the closer today down the stretch. You mentioned that other game the other day. He made some great passes and made some defensive stops at the top of that zone to kind of close out that game in Game 4. So I think if he's healthy, they should have a good chance of him closing tonight.
All right, let's get to Boston's side of the equation. Brad Stevens made some adjustments over the course of the series. I still think he's been outcoached in totality, but he has his team feeling, I think, fairly confident right now. The Gordon Hayward insertion has worked. I don't think he's been a huge difference, but it's not always easy to reinsert a guy into a rotation when he's been out for a while. Lots of coaches have struggled with that. He found a role for Hayward. First thing here, we don't have the starters yet, I don't believe, but do we anticipate that Hayward stays on the bench tonight?
Yes. Yeah, I mean,
they got to feel like they found something with Hayward's minutes, although it's not the normal Gordon Hayward that we've been seeing all season, but they got to feel better about playing him over Wanamaker at least. So, yeah, I don't think they're going to make many changes on that end.
What do you think, Brady?
I think that just mentioning the Hayward thing off the bench or not, I don't think he's going to start, as some people kind of mentioned. He came in fairly quickly in that other game. Yeah, 3 minutes in. But I think they're going to probably do the same thing, that he's not going to be a starting guy. And like I mentioned before, that's going to be harder as Miami's bench unit's going to go. That's going to make it harder for them to kind of go with Olynyk over a guy like DJJ. If they go with that Hayward, inserting him early, you could see Derek Jones Jr. minutes, and maybe even as a sixth man to kind of guard one of those guys. So it's going to be interesting from the Heat's aspect, kind of what adjustments they make on the fly, just bouncing off of what Boston does.
Yeah. I think it's almost that We should focus more on what adjustments Miami makes. Boston's not going to make many adjustments. What they got to last game worked in the second half particularly. But listen, like I hate to keep harping on this, but it's all contingent on the shooting. They're giving Miami the shots that they think are their most apt to miss. And if Miami misses those shots, then Boston's game plan, they're going to get to it. But if Miami hits those shots, it doesn't really matter what they adjust to. So that's just I hate that I keep harping back on it, but it is the biggest key.
Off to a better start. I liked their start in game 5. I liked their start. I liked everything about their start. I thought actually they should have been up more, but I liked sort of what they got to early. I liked Jimmy's intensity early, and again, we've got a Mark Davis game today. By the way, he's the lead official tonight, so be prepared for some fuckery because that's kind of where this is. Sorry, truckery, and it's a truck right next to Alfredo, apparently, which is that noise we're hearing. It's backing out of the garage. So be prepared for some truckery. It's problematic, I would think. Miami has to play through those whistles, obviously. All right, let's finish here before we get to the rest of the predictions. Jimmy Butler, and this comes in for Rafael Morales, and it all comes back here, right? The person who changed the trajectory of this franchise was Jimmy Butler. 1 year ago today, we already knew, but the official press conference that he was coming down here, he said, we got some dogs in here. I'm not as bad a guy as you think, et cetera, et cetera. Thank you for the mic fund. I appreciate that. That's going to my daughter's chicken nuggets tonight. Appreciate it. I do. Here, I want to show you. This is a mic that I use for the podcast.
You haven't had problems today, so
this is a mic I use for the podcast. I just don't use it.
It's just a running joke at this point.
That's it. I'll take the money, man. I'll take that. I'm already, what am I? I'm like 1/150th to Trump's annual taxes. So I'll take the money with the $5. Thank you very much. But yeah, I mean, I think when you look at this, it comes back to Jimmy Butler. I mean, he was the guy who made it okay to come to Miami again. He was the guy who took Bam and Hero under his wing, and aligned with Eric Spoelstra, and that trade allowed them to dump Hassan Whiteside. Okay, and everything else that happened there. Of course, they almost dumped Dragic, but we won't talk about that. It comes back to Jimmy. So what kind of Jimmy game are we getting tonight?
We need the best version of him, but it doesn't mean that he needs to score 40. You cut to this and mentioned it, Ethan, on your short video. Season pass. Sorry, I should have got it by the right name. It doesn't have to be Jimmy Butler scoring 40, but the way that he's empowered his teammates, if that translates into better shooting, more confident moves to the basket, more free throws for guys like Dragic, even Hero got to some of the mid-range stuff in certain games and got to the line, even if it's 4 times. Duncan Robinson going to the basket aggressively, getting guys open looks, like all of that, the catalyst is Jimmy. So that's what they got to see from him, and it needs to start right from the get-go because Jason Tatum is going to, like over under 14 on push-offs from Jason Tatum. So like Jimmy Butler is going to have to match that kind of intensity and aggressiveness.
Yeah, he's a new Mike Irvin, right? Yeah.
And I think Jimmy has. You look at Tyler Hero Tyler Hero having his moments or whatever, and Bam Adebayo having his moments throughout the series. But I think that although that these young guys are doing all this stuff, it's ultimately going to come down to their veterans. And Andre Iguodala, Jimmy Butler, Goran Dragic, they're going to need to be guys that are going to step up when this team needs it because even though these guys don't play like they're pretty young, ultimately these guys that have experience are going to need to close this one out.
I'll get to that in a second. Alfredo from the Lowe's in Miami Lakes. Go ahead.
Well, Jimmy Butler has his reputation as a guy that can pick a guy over there and lock him up, right? And he has a reputation as one of the best defenders on the wing in the NBA. Well, now's the time. Pick a guy over there and lock him up. I don't think it's going to be Tatum because the Heat has options to guard Tatum. I would say Kemba.
No.
If Kemba goes off,
I think it's Jalen.
But Jalen likes to stand around and play off the ball. I think you got to put Jimmy Butler on a guy that likes to play on the ball and have the ball in his hands. And the evidence so far suggests that if Kemba is playing well, Boston's pretty tough to beat. So it'd be nice to erase him today. You have the perfect guy to do it, a lengthy guy that can stay in front of him, bother his shot, pick a guy, erase him. I say pick Kemba Walker.
What do you think, Greg?
The Celtics have been great when Jaylen Brown gets to 20 points, and I kind of like that idea for this reason. I feel like Jimmy, with the amount of energy he's going to have to expend on offense tonight, that they can essentially, because of the way that they use Jaylen Brown, to Alfredo's point, they can almost, I don't want to use the word hide, that's too strong a word, but it's not such a isolation heavy, having to guard Tatum kind of situation where he won't maybe pick up fouls. So he'll be in the game, available, and have the energy to get it done in the offensive end. So I think that may be the way to go for this particular game is Jaylen Brown.
Will be active and in there. So the usual starting lineup. We'll see how deep they go off of the bench. All right, let's get to the picks. Greg, you've kind of given yours already, so let me run over to Brady on this one first.
Yeah, I think the Heat get this one behind a ex-Celtics kind of close this one out. Jay Crowder and Kelly Olynyk. I think Jay Crowder's gonna have a bounce back game, and Kelly Olynyk's gonna have a big roll off the bench to kind of send Boston home, and they're gonna, I'll say, Heat by 5.
Alfredo?
Yeah, I said before Game 4 that the Heat was going to get that one. They were going to drop Game 5, and they were winning 6, and they're going to win tonight. I think Spoelstra's going to have the team ready, and I agree with Brady. I think that you could see something like an 18-point Kelly Olynyk game. He hits 3 threes. I don't see how Boston can make up that deficit. It's just too much, because I think that the Heat will get back to at least league average shooting from 3, and if they do that, they get any type of contribution from one of the others that we're not used to. I don't know how Boston handles it. Heat by 8-ish.
I love 8-ish. He's a betting man.
8-ish. Well, yeah, but they're getting 3 tonight. Alejandro?
I think we're gonna suffer a lot tonight. It's gonna be a 2-point game for the Miami Heat. The last second shot. So we're gonna suffer.
All right, so before I get to my pick, 2 things. MyBookie.ag, the Heat are a 3.5-point underdog tonight if you want to bet it. I have a bigger bet on them going to the finals, so I thought about hedging it tonight, but I did not. I had the guts. 5 on the floor, by the way, is the code. You want to double your deposit. Also, Biscayne Bay Brewing. I should have the Marlins lager in front of me, but I finished those. The Marlins, of course, will be playing the Cubs in the first round. The Bartman series, it's back. So Alejandro have on that on the channel, but check out BiscayneBayBrew.com. Somebody asked if you can get in California. Go to the website, BiscayneBayBrew.com. They've got a list of everywhere you can find the beer, unless you want to stop by my apartment, which I'll be here watching.
Alex will lift it out to him.
Yeah, exactly. Well, yeah, there's a lot of things Alex will lift out to you. So this is among those things. All right, so Alex will be on there tonight. My pick, I think the Heat win tonight, and I actually think this is going to be the most comfortable win of the series. I think they win by double digits. I think the shooting game is coming, and I just don't buy them. The numbers average out. I know they didn't for Denver in large regard in that series against the Lakers, that they missed a ton of open shots too. But the Heat are more multiple than Denver is. They have more places they can go. With Denver, if it wasn't Murray or Jokic, there were issues. With Miami, we've already talked about 5 or 6 guys we think can have a game tonight. I think you get a game from 2 or 3 of them. I think you win by double digits, and I think we get LeBron overload for the next however long it's going to be. And yes, if they win or lose tonight, I've already packed the bag. I apologize. I'm going to Orlando tomorrow morning. I will either be at Game 7 on Wednesday or Game 1 on Wednesday.
Game 1 better.
Yeah. Say Game 1. Look at this. People are going to start. They're going to be loading Doc Alf. The other Alf, who the beer is being loaded to, will be on later tonight. So join us on here. We're trying to get the 6,000 subscribers on the YouTube channel by the end of the week. So help us with that as well. All right. Have a good night.
United in Black culture. Black Lives Matter.
Yeah, so this is the starting 5 for tonight. As usual, we have Goran Dragic, Duncan Robinson, Jimmy Butler, Jay Crowder, and Bam Adebayo. We're going to stay here with you guys to do what we've been doing in the last couple of times we've been here, just staying with you guys and reading some of the messages that come up in the channel. And let's have some fun with it before I'm going to play a the press conference from Eric Spoelstra yesterday, and we're gonna go with that before the game starts, and we're gonna do our live tweeting party like we've been doing in the playoffs since I guess the last game of the Milwaukee Bucks series, I think. So we're gonna go with that. So if Heat lose, by my hair is gonna fall out at 23. Yes, we're all very excited but very worried at the same time. Yeah, boy, I stopped by Ethan. Yes, stop by Ethan's house and don't let him go to Orlando, please. Let's keep him here in South Florida. Miami will make their threes. Hopefully they do. Must win for the Heat. Yes, it is a must win for the Heat. Lag. Duncan Robinson. Miami runs on Duncan. Yes, that's true, and that's been a very important member for the team in these playoffs. Guts, yes, a lot of guts for Ethan to say it's going to be by double digits, especially since Miami. Every time that Miami has won, especially in the first two, it's been a close game. So we'll see what happens. Alf, we need his Crowder to hit one of his first three, then and then keep the defense on set, I guess, or honest or something like that. So Ethan has the guts. Ethan, have a beer on me after the game. Hopefully we will, and we'll be here after the game too. So stay with us. We're gonna do this live tweeting show, and then we're gonna go back to our normal post-game show also here in the channel. Ethan has guts. He just needs to make their shots. Yes, low, no way. Can we please not let that center guys look like Yao Ming? Yes, please. Let's put somebody in that guy. Ethan got guts. Yes, he does. He's trying, hopefully, and he's over there in Orlando for the first game of the finals. Boston's winning LOL Game 7. We'll see about that, Theo. We are so screwed. Celtics in 7. Mr. Thompson. Nando Lopez, I say Heat win 107-101. So 6-point difference there. According to Nando, Heat don't lose consecutive games in the playoffs. That's true. They haven't lost any consecutive games until now. So hopefully they don't do it at this point. Oh man, we're screwed. No, I mean Ethan's still here in South Florida, so technically tonight we're fine. I'm watching from the Caribbean. Let's keep up the good works. Where in the Caribbean? Tinari, Chapman, tell us, where are you? Are you in one of those islands that speak English, or are you in the Latino Caribbean, El Caribe? Where are you? I say Heat win by 5, 113-108. Black Lives Matter. Yes, Black Lives Matter. 6 minutes left to the beginning of the game. Well, no, the game's supposed to start at 7:30, but you know, NBA games haven't been starting at the right time, so it's probably going to be 7:40 or something. It's a great show. Thank you. Remember to subscribe to our channel. We have definitely the best coverage, the most complete coverage of the Miami Heat in South Florida, in the entire country, I would say, because nobody does it better than us. Hopefully no Nunn minutes. Nobody mentioned Kendrick Nunn, so that seems not to be part of the plan. Hopefully that's the case. Where are you from? I'm from Venezuela. Where are you from, Raymond? But we all live in South Florida, in different areas, but in South Florida. Watching from South Dakota. Thank you for watching us from there. Thank you for being here and sending your message. That's very important for us. Progress, determination, greatness. That's what this team has been about, right? Determination and greatness, and hopefully they show up again in this game 6 of the Eastern Conference Finals. Play DJJ more for defense. Could be, maybe at least some minutes, right? Very specific moments of the game. So Jimmy is important. Yes, Jimmy is always important, especially if he starts like they did in the first half of game 5. I mean, the first half for the Miami Heat wasn't that bad. They should have been winning by more points, but at the end, it was a first half for them, especially on defense. Miami over 106 points at 180 free money. You can go to bookie.com and you can do all your bets there. So that's fine. You just keep up the work and let us know if you win any money on us. So thank you for sending your message. Jimmy going off tonight. Yes, for 37. Hopefully Jimmy gets 37. That will be awesome. Tyler will have 22. So fire shot. You should send this to our Twitter account at 5 Reasons Sports, so we have those numbers and we can compare them at the end of the game. Gordon will have 26. Well, hopefully. Let's go back. We have a lot of messages. Thank you for all the messages that we have. Gordon will have 25. Okay, here we go. Let's go Heat. Bam will have 18. Hopefully refs Hopefully refs call fouls on Tatum push-ups. Well, that's not going to happen. So the Miami Heat has to overcome all of that to win tonight. Here comes the drip. Yes. Need to drive before shooting threes to open up the threes. Yes. Well, I mean, they've been missing so many open threes that at some point they have to fall. So like Eric Spoelstra always says, just you have to keep shooting. 3 minutes left before game. Let's go Celtics. Let's go Heat. Now, kid, let's go Heat. Jonathan, those are not jokes. Big fan says Pope will unleash KZ for a 25-10 game. Well, if that happens, all the beers are on us. Big fan. So you can let us know. Heat win by 22. Do you own a corner store? No, we do not own a corner store, but we do have our t-shirts on 5reasonsports.com. So you can buy all our merchandise there. Visit 5reasonsports.com, and there you can buy all our t-shirts that are very, very nice. So you'll probably like them. So you can go buy right there, 5reasonsports.com, and you can go get all the shirts you want. So I'm from Nevis. It's a small English country, population of 13 plus. So like St. Kitts and Nevis, right? Those islands, they are supposed to be very beautiful. I have to go there sometime. That's a place that I want to be at some point in my career. I should retire over there. It looks like the perfect paradise to just go enjoy the Miami Heat games with the beer and just relax. Charlton Macatulad, Philippines. Thank you for joining us from all the way there. Big luck from Trinidad, bro. Love the show. By the way, Heat bringing it home tonight. Thank you, Nick. And thank you to all the people that are watching from outside the United States. Hopefully we make more of our threes. Hopefully they do. Patrick B, let's hope we get a first shake from the refs tonight. Well, you guys, don't be too high up on them. You know that it's not going to happen. They're going to blow the whistle for the other team a lot more than they do for the Miami Heat. We missed lots of, open shots in Game 5. We talked about it. Game started at 7:15. No, that's not true. They're not going to start at 7:15. They're lying to you, Fire Shark. Don't believe them every time they say that. ESPN, they're still in their pregame show, and like us, so don't worry. Gotta hit those threes, and here in a second we're gonna have Eric Spoelstra talking about this Game 6. Very important. Yeah, this channel represents our Heat the best. I definitely can agree with that. Yes. So you guys, tell your Miami Heat friends. Tell them that what we're doing here, and we're gonna keep building this more and more, and you're gonna have more and more content. Not only the Miami Heat, but all the Miami teams. The Marlins that just made the playoffs. The Canes that destroyed FSU last night. The Dolphins that won on Thursday too. We're gonna have content from all of that. Even the Florida Gators from some of you that like that team. Inter Miami, it's also getting some of our attention. So go ahead and subscribe to our channel and give us a thumbs up because we're doing a great job there and we're gonna keep doing it. Let's bounce back Miami. ATL, what time game start? Well, 7:30 according to the NBA, but we'll see because you guys know TV time is precious and they sell all of that space on air, and that's what makes the most money. So it's 7:30 according to the NBA app, but it's not gonna happen. Watching from Australia, thank you for joining us. I say Heat win by 6, 98-92. Jamaica here for the Heat win. Hey, I went to Montego Bay and it's really great. I love Jamaica. So yeah, man. We'll see. Watching from Australia. Thank you. A lot of people from Australia, so that's awesome. Caracas, mi pana, yo también. Saludos a Raymond. Así que la gente también que habla español por acá, saludos y gracias por estar presente acá con nosotros en 5 Reasons Sports Network. So thank you, Raymond. Gracias, mi pana. Crypto says Holman Hill needs to show up and we will win, hopefully. Watching from my TV. That's a great joke. Let me go down here. Thank you. LOL. Should start DJJ before J to contradict C's and Love inside. No, DJJ is not going to start. Christopher Vasquez watching from the Philippines. He's going to finish the job today, here, tonight, there. Yes, it's Monday already there in the Philippines. So yes, we know what you're talking about. Eric Reed should do a low key Zoom where we all log in and just listen to him. Well, that would be awesome. We should do that. The thing is, the only problem is that it's illegal, but we should try to do like a Twitch or something like that, right? So we get our own call and we get that kaboom. This ends tonight. Hopefully it does. Marcelo, Jose Blanco, Refs versus Heat, Game 6. Yes, Refs plus Celtics. It's been a very hard series for the Heat. This pregame on ESPN is basically Celtics pregame show. Yes, that's why we do this. That's why we have our own pregame show here that fits what the Miami Heat fan base needs following their team. So that's what we were doing here for you guys. We just got to play 2 halves. Yes, we did play a great first half, and then it just went all over the place. Game start, I think. No, the game's not starting. Let's go. Greg Sylvander is still here, so let's go. He's ready to go. We're going to be following, during our live tweeting party, we're going to be following a lot of the tweets by Greg, by Ethan Skolnick, by all the Heat Twitter that are out there. And besides, the Miami Heat today is putting some of the tweets that you guys are sending with the hashtag Heat Twitter. They're they're putting them on the screens over there in Orlando. So send your messages to Miami Heat using Twitter. We got to eliminate Paul Pierce. Well, he just sucks. We need threes. Yeah, yes, we need to shoot open shots, even if threes or twos, whatever we get. I wish game start right now. No, in a little bit. Putting in UD to take refs. Davis out, worth a tech. Spoelstra, Filipino pride, much like Pacquiao. Well, yes, we're getting a lot of views from there. It's United States and then the Philippines. It's the second country. But today we have a lot of people from Australia. So Haiti is rooting for the Heat. Yes, Haiti also is rooting for the Heat. Alf is half Asian, so not Asian, but Haitian. I don't know if I said it right, but he's from Haiti. So yes, we have our own representation here. Go Gators. When Miami wins the final, I'm getting a Heat tattoo. Well, you can get a shirt too. We can ship it your way. The Miami Heat shirt. Visit 5reasonsports.com. What do the Heat need to do to win tonight? Well, we went over all of these already. Great work, man. Green from Caracas. Let's go Heat. Otro caraqueño. Gracias, mi pana. Saludos. Greetings. Muchas gracias por conectarse con nosotros. What else? Let me see. We got a lot of messages. Kevin Abreu. No, Game 7. Come on, Miami Heat. Yes, come on. Go Heat. 7:55 will start. Well, yes. It wouldn't be weird if the NBA does that and ESPN it's been doing it all this time. It's 2:30 in Kampala. You know the drill for me. Let's go Heat. Yes, we're gonna be up all night, so you better be ready. So Miami Heat never lost 2-game streak in playoff. Well, not in these playoffs. In history they have, but not in these playoffs. Go Boston for Game 7. Man, you look so happy. Good day or night in your place. Well, thank you, Zil Saturn. Thank you, Jess. More air rate, please. Yeah, we're gonna have to find a way to do this. I'll talk to Ethan about it. Watching from France. Thank you. We also add France to the mix here. Brazilian fan here. Brasil presente apoiando o Miami Heat. Marcelo, muito obrigado por estar aqui conosco. Aonde que você está? Em que parte do Brasil? Muito obrigado por ser parte aqui do nosso canal, and welcome back every time. Joseph Manansala, watching from Philippines. Thank you for watching. Hope Bam is in good shape. His shoulders seem awkward. Well, we'll see what happens tonight. He had a couple of days to rest. We'll see. They're not gonna say anything. Ethan went over this, and they're not gonna really reveal any details. So don't worry about Bam. Just look at him and see what you can pick up from what he's doing. Stream is laggy. Well, check your internet. We're going fine here. Just let me know, any of you, if you guys are having any issues to pick up what I'm saying. Seriously, through ESPN should be ashamed. Oh, seriously though, ESPN should be ashamed of one-sided coverage. Yes, and be ready, because when the Miami Heat plays the Lakers in the finals, it's gonna be like that all the time. So You better be ready, and you better come back here and watch our coverage and follow us and give us your support. We appreciate every time you send money. It's really helping us to build a bigger team and better content for you guys. So help us, and we will bring you more content. That's for sure. Kevin Abreu, playoff Jimmy needs to go off tonight. Yes, we need more of that Jimmy version. Watching ESPN is like watching Fox News cover the election. Yes, we know. It's like very one-sided coverage. So no, thank you. Come over to Five Reasons, and we'll have you with your best comments and analysis. Kids needs to explode. Let's go, Duncan and Tyler. Future Splash Brothers. Hit Lifer. Fire Shark edits. He gives his predictions. Gabriel Sanchez. We need Toronto series, Jimmy, to close this game out. Toronto series, maybe from last year with the Sixers. That's what I'm getting from this coming from Gabriel. So thank you, Gabriel. Havok, Jimmy's playmaking is going to be key. Look for Butler to get the triple-double in a Heat win. So yes, we're going to go with this. Whoa, great Portuguese, man. Muito obrigado, Marcelo. Eu morei lá no Brasil, eu morei em Brasília quando eu era uma criança. Então eu tenho esse sotaque brasileiro, eu sei falar português, e aqui em Miami a gente tem uma comunidade muito grande de brasileiros, então eu pratiquei um pouquinho, né? Eu fui para a faculdade na Venezuela e eu pratiquei português, então eu posso falar com vocês em qualquer língua, inglês, espanhol ou português, se você quiser. Dan, how many languages you speak, bro? Just three, man. Just English, Spanish, which is my native, and then Portuguese, because I lived there, so I learned, and then, you know, it's life. So life took me there, and now I can speak in those three. So I haven't learned another one. I should, right? I should go for Italian or something. We'll see. Connection is fine. Thank you. Facts. No Rio de Janeiro, muito bonito Rio de Janeiro. Carioca, então você está no Rio. Thank you very much for being here with us. The stream is smooth in Cali. Good. It's earlier in Cali, so you guys get to stay up late and be fine. Let's go, Jimmy B. ESPN fake news. Well, I don't know if it's not fake news. That's the difference from any political channels, but it's definitely one-sided. It's not balanced coverage, and that's definitely not a good way of doing journalism. But that's a way. I guess it's working for them. It's good now. Yes. Let me go back. ESPN is fake. Jimmy Butler, 35 points tonight. I said it. My game log. Here we go again. I always watch Five Reasons post game. Thank you. We'll be back tonight with Alf. Last time we couldn't do it. He wasn't traveling, and then I couldn't get the videos on time, and that was my fault. So, but for tonight, we're gonna be ready for you guys. Make more like Drip Brothers. Crowder has been putting enough bricks from 3 to build an outhouse. Well, it's gonna be better tonight. Yes. That Tyler Hero will be key tonight off the bench. We need 20 points from him tonight. It's a Fugace, muito bom o seu português. Muito obrigado, João. O meu irmão, o nome dele é Juan, mas quando a gente morou no Brasil, eles chamavam ele do João. Você sabe, né? De que parte? Você é brasileiro? Você é de Portugal, Angola, Moçambique? Onde que você está? They do that for the ratings. That's why I hate the media. Well, that's why you get your coverage here in Five Reasons Sports, because we are the Miami channel. We should start calling ourselves that, right? The Miami fan base channel. And I'm gonna pitch that to Ethan real soon. Go Heat, watching from Filipinas. Thank you. You should learn Tagalog for the Pinos. Well, that's a little harder, I think. But you know what? If somebody wants to teach me, I'll try. I'll give it a shot. Will the Miami Heat play zone defense the whole game tonight? That's interesting, because last time they started playing more and more man-to-man defense, right? And then I don't know why they switched to zone, and then the Celtics just went off and off in the second half. So who's going to win tonight? Hey, the Heat or the refs? I got my money on the refs. Well, I got mine on the Heat. ESPN fake news is real news. Sir, did you mean Tagalog? Oh, that's the language over there. Just read the game log. Well, I read your messages like 100 times. Don't worry. I think game starts 7:30. Yes, it's supposed to start 7:30, and it's 7:30 already. Let me check. No, they're still talking on ESPN. It's not going to start at that time. That's just for you guys to tune in at that time, but they're not going to start at that time, so don't worry. Refs can win 2 games in a row for the Celtics. Wish Mayors can contribute, need the hammer to help build the defense with Crowder breaks. Okay. Hope no more. Blind refs on those gold stands. Yes. Brasileiro, Caxias do Sul, Rio Grande do Sul. Você sabe que eu fui jogar beisebol, jogava beisebol lá, e eu fui jogar em Maringá, que é bastante perto de lá, e muito bonito. Eu adorei o Brasil, muito lindo. Esse país, eu quero voltar, eu quero visitar essas cidades, eu não consegui ir, é muito bonito, então eu quero voltar para lá. LeBron James is scared to play the Miami Heat. I don't know if that's true, but we are glad to play him in the finals. That would be awesome. What happened to the flop fines? Not on the playoffs, I guess. Buck Foston, let's get this done and even up with LeBron on rings since 2014. Yes, let's do that. Heat would take Lakers in 7. Celtics would get killed in 4. Well, you know what? We're not even going to think about a Celtics-Lakers final because the Miami Heat's going to be there. For starters, Kamusta means hello. So you say, Kamusta, welcome to the 5 Reasons YouTube channel. Thank you, Kamusta. I'm going to write it down. Kamusta. Kamusta. I got it. I'm going to try and I don't know. We'll be learning. You guys should send me a word every time we do this, so I'm learning a little bit. And you should send me like entire phrases or sentences so I can start learning that language too a little bit. Let's go here. We needed that Splash Brothers to go crazy. Hopefully they do that. 7:55. Yes. Cooper said it 2 times, and he knows something. Maybe he knows he works for ESPN and they know the actual time the game's going to start. So how do you think the Heat will play Kemba on defense? They should go man-to-man, but I don't know. We'll see what's happening. One-sided coverage on ESPN is why I'm on 5 Reasons Sports. So thank you, ESPN, for talking. Yes, thank you very much because they're opening the door for us, and we're going to go through and we're going to pass by them. Please win this game today. I want Lakers versus Miami in the finals. Let's go. The refs don't want to see the Heat win a ring this year, but they will. Yes, hopefully they will. Do you think Bam's playing through an injury? Yes, he's probably doing that. So, yes, he's probably playing with pain, at least with pain. I don't know if it's an injury, but it's definitely bothering him. You commenting the game, bro? No, we can't do that. I mean, we're going to be here, and especially during timeouts and all that, but we're going to be monitoring the Twitter feed on Heat Twitter and on 5 Reasons and Greg Sylvander, Alf, Alex Toledo, Brady Hawk, all of our analysts. We're going to go through and see what they're saying, and we're going to be monitoring all of that during the game. Will Miami Heat win tonight in 6? Your thoughts? Let's go Heat. We need a cage match, not refs. Miami Heat log. They swept their Pacers. They beat the Bucks 4-1. They beat the Celtics hopefully 4-2. And, well, they get the Lakers 4-3. That'll be awesome. Kamusta means how are you, not hello. Okay, good. So Jared Martinez, thank you. Kamusta means how are you. So, okay. So it would be hello, friends from 5 Reasons. Kamusta. And then we go from there. 2020. Hopefully, that's our year. Confetti checks, wines check. Let's go Heat. Yes, let's go Heat. Yes, sir. It's a play-by-play without the play-by-play. I like your moves. Yes, I mean, we can't do the play-by-play. I mean, we could. It's just we don't want to, get in trouble with the NBA, with the copyright and all that. And, so we're going to do it our way. Kamustaka, how do you do? Kamustaka. Okay, so Kamustaka. So what's the difference between Kamusta and Kamustaka? Kamustaka, how do you do? How are you? What time does the game start? It was supposed to start already, but it hasn't. So what we're going to do, I got to the end of the final of the messages, so thank you very much. I'm going to stay here with you guys, but what we're going to do, I'm going to play Eric Spoelstra's press conference from yesterday, and we're going to enjoy that until the beginning of the game, all right? So thank you very much for staying here with us, and we'll be back soon, all right, to be with you guys.
First question. Eric, the 3-point percentage has come down a bunch in the last 3 games. Is that a matter of the quality of shots you're getting, how you're getting them, Why such a stark? Really think it's been so different than really your numbers all season.
Well, they're very good at defending the three-point line. They've taken us off of some of our normal rhythm threes. I think we've also missed some open ones. We just have to work more persistently to get the type of shots we want in our wheelhouse, which we're very capable of, even against a very good defense like Boston. Our guys are extremely ignitable. It can happen just like that. But we have to do a lot more things defensively, or we're not just hoping that we make a bunch of threes and a bunch of shots.
And then you always tell us you want your shooters to keep shooting. So Jay Crowder was so hot at the start of the playoffs. He's tailed off a little bit. Have you spoken to him about it when you see his looks and what he's doing? Do you still want him to sort of keep firing away? Thank you.
More. Our guys are like a powder keg, our shooters. I think they can explode at any time. We just have to make sure that we're not building our whole game on whether we're making threes or not. It's more sophisticated than that. But our guys can go off at any time.
Tim Reynolds?
Along those lines, Eric, like last night, I seemed like a really concerted effort. Like Jimmy even pointing at Duncan at one point in the first quarter, go stand there and we're going to give you the ball over here now. Is it a similar approach with Jay kind of necessary at this point? I mean, do you need to call a couple things early just to try to get him to try to force it?
No, it's not necessarily about, calling plays for him to shoot threes. But I love it when he shoots 10 to 12 of them. That means our offense is functioning properly. But look, playoff series are tough. This is a good quality team. Our game is deeper than us just making threes or not. I know that's probably what everybody's looking to, right now, and that's fair. And they've done a good job of defending the three-point line, as they've done all year long. They have really good habits, there.
And I wanted to ask you, Bam last night insisted, almost demanded that he put the whole thing on him, pointing every finger at me. I cost us this game. One, as a coach, you have to like that level of accountability, but how do you tell him, no, it wasn't all?
I love Bam Adebayo and everything he stands for as a competitor. That's why I think he's developing into one of the great winners in this league. And that's much different than saying you're just one of the best players in this league. He is one of the best players, but he's going to become one of the best winners in this league. Because it matters to him. He's willing to take responsibility. Of course, it is not on him. That's on all of us, including myself. We did not play well. It wasn't only about us not playing well. Boston, they were very good, and they got us out of, some of our normal offensive actions and rhythm. When they put a tremendous amount of pressure, obviously, if you're getting almost 60 points in the paint against our defense, regardless of the scheme, they were in attack mode.
Anthony Chang?
Hey, so we saw on television last night Udonis Haslem delivering a message on the bench late in the game. How much does it help? And you've talked about it before, but how much does it help to have guys like UD and Andre, two guys who have been, I guess the only two guys in the roster who have been in the finals in these moments, in these closeout games where it's going to be tough?
It's tough both ways. Look, I can't even imagine being in a locker room or in a game without UD. It was hard enough, adjusting this year, not having Dwayne in here. But I'm so used to UD and his leadership and his voice. It does matter. He does move the needle from where he is. It didn't last night, but it just brings this head coach great comfort when he's leading the huddle.
Rebecca Harlow?
Coach, the 41 points for the Celtics in that third quarter, you mentioned the 8 points. They got out in transition, attack the basket. But when your defense had a chance to set up, where did you see the breakdown when they were hitting shots in that situation?
Yeah, they were able to basically get whatever they wanted. They're a dangerous team. When they can see the ball go in the basket, they had some easy ones, and those are good for either team. And they played great in that third quarter. We're capable of big quarters too. So it's a matter of doing it more consistently. This is great competition. This is what everybody wants. And we're looking forward to tomorrow night.
In your mind, is it harder to close out on a team when it's 3-2 versus 3-1, just in the sense that, with that win last night, it kind of gives them some life, feeling like they're maybe
just trying to embrace the competition. We never expected it to be easy. We have great respect for who we're playing against and how well we have to play against them, but we have incredible competitors in our locker room, and this is a challenge to be able to try to figure out how to overcome and get a win. I've seen our guys do that time and time again. I know all the storylines are there about whatever the series is. It's just about tomorrow night for us, just like last night was just about last night. And you have to credit Boston for the game they played.
Logan Murdoch from The Ringer.
Oh.
Logan.
Hey, Coach.
Need lunch yet, Michael?
Hey, Coach. Jimmy Butler has always gained a reputation of just always saying what's on his mind, for better or worse. Why is that approach helping in this situation when it might not have helped in others?
I have no idea. I've never was around him in other places. He doesn't have to apologize for who he is around us. And if he screams and yells and snaps at us, we don't take it personal. That's our language. Kind of like it like that.
All right, Spo, that's it. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
All right, that was Eric Spoelstra yesterday after their practice, so they're ready to play Game 6. The game's about to start, so we're gonna go back to our Twitter account. We're gonna do like we do all the time. We're gonna share our Twitter feed here with you guys, and we're gonna do. Let's go with the 5 reasons. No, let's go with Heat Twitter first, so you guys get a feeling of what Heat Twitter are saying about this game, and that's what we do. You can watch the game on ESPN, by the way, for the people that are asking around here. We're gonna go with Heat Twitter and see what they're saying right now, right before the game. The game is about to start, so let's go there, and then we'll be back with some more comments a little bit later during the game. So you got these guys. We believe in you. These guys are not supposed to be here. One more game, 48 minutes. Let's get it. The Heat needs to end this series tonight and can allow Boston to force the Game 7. Heat Twitter. I'm dying at all the players, kiddos in attendance. Let's go, baby, lock in and get this thing down. Get it done. Quick question. Has anyone seen Miami except for LeBron in a Heat jersey of this ESPN pregame? No, that's why you come here to 5 reasons. I should be tweeting at all these people that we're doing what we're doing here. You guys should help us. We need help to get our programming out there. Let these guys know. Let these guys like Royal Shepherd that what we're doing here, it's worth watch. So thank you. Don't hesitate. Prove them wrong one more night. Get it done, boys. Let's come together in prayer. And there's Mr. Riley getting ready for another championship. Let me see. The Heat needs to end this series tonight and can't allow Boston to force a Game 7. Let's close out today. Lucky in Miami Heat and available to sit up again if needed. That's Udonis Haslem. Shaq O'Neal, our friend, Heat number 1. And who's that? Is that Wade? Yes, that's Wade, number 3. Went to the Heat to win so everyone can shut up, including on the Celtics fanfare and pregame show and the 3 amigos commenting on game. Game 5, their voices deflated or got excited depending if the Heat were playing play. Well, let's shut him up. Let's shut him all up. So yes, hopefully that's what's going on. So this is what we're doing. We're gonna do here. Let's see if the NBA has the score up already, because we're gonna start here in a little bit, and I need to go get some water before the game, and we're gonna be ready to roll here in Game 6 of the Eastern Conference Finals. NBA on campus had some of the pictures of the Boston guys. Jaylen Brown, you guys know the deal. They love the Celtics. They're not giving the man here any love, so that's fine. We're gonna be the playoffs anyway. Here's Dragic getting some shots in before the game, warming up. Dragic and Bam Adebayo. That's 2-3 minutes. So if you guys want to see it, here we go. You got it right here, and you got these guys warming up for a little bit. Let's get this W. Spo looked like a stone colder killer in that interviews. There's no way he's not prepared. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens there. So we're gonna stay there with Dragic for a little bit, and the game's about to start. So we're gonna go there. It's ready. The Heat's gonna be starting Gordon Dragic, Duncan Robinson, Jimmy Butler, Jay Crowder, Bam Adebayo. The Celtics have Walker, Smart, Brown, Tatum, and Theis. So no Gordon Hayward for the beginning of the game. Those are the lineups for each one of the teams, and we're ready. Dragic is a matchup nightmare. Got to give Boston credit for Game 5, but Game 6 energy is going to be on point. Hopefully that's the case. Check what Celtics Twitter is talking about. No, we don't want to go there. Let's. They can have their own parade over there. We're focusing on the Miami Heat here. Heat beat Lakers in 7. Well, we had a win tonight, so we'll see. Let's go back, and we're gonna stop sharing this video, and we're gonna go back to NBA because the game's about to start, and we're gonna have our live coverage here. And there we go. The game's started, and we're gonna and that's it. Miami Heat, Boston Celtics. We're gonna be back in a little bit, so thank you guys for joining us, and we'll stay here. We're gonna be we're gonna stay here reading your comments throughout the game. So thank you very much. Okay, we are back with you guys. So it's the Miami Heat winning by 2 points in the first quarter. We're reading all your messages. Thank you very much for sending all of those. The Miami Heat with a good start, 6-0, and then the Celtics have picked up since then, and we are definitely having fun with this sixth game of the series. The Miami Heat up by 2 points at this point. So we're gonna keep reading your messages here, and thank you very much for being part of the 5 Reasons live tweeting party. We're gonna start in a little bit with some tweets coming from Heat Twitter and also from our guys on 5 Reasons. So thank you very much. Twitter. Let's go Miami. They're winning 25-18 with 3 minutes and 14 seconds to go. This game's making me too nervous. Blake, Black, don't worry, man. We're gonna be here. Nothing but basketball, Kobe. Let's go with. We're gonna check the box score so far and who's been leading the Miami Heat in this first quarter. It's a good start so far. The Heat's trying to do their job on defense, and it's been a very good quarter so far for the Heat, and that's what we're expecting. With the beginning of the second quarter, we're gonna start doing and showing the tweets from our people, so we get a lot of content from there. So let's go with Miami. The leader scorer for the Heat today so far, the Jimmy Butler with 6 points, 6.1 rebounds, 2 assists. Bam Adebayo, 6 points, 1 rebound, 1 steal. 3 points for Crowder, 3 points for Robinson, 2 for Hero, 3 for Iguodala. Those are the 25 points for the Miami Heat so far. Iggy Wiggy Bang, 4 full quarters. Celtics need a timeout. Lakers versus Miami Heat. Hopefully that's the case, and we are facing them in the finals. Review, win every quarter. Yes, final. Hopefully. Go to nothing but basketball. Side note, hope everyone is enjoying this beautiful Sunday. Love for everybody. So thank you, Matt. We're going to go and let's go to Twitter. Let's go see what's going on there on Twitter, on Heat Twitter, and let's see what our guys are saying about this game so far, because we love their analysis, and they're going to be doing a podcast right after the game, and we're going to be doing our post-game show like you always do with Alphonse Sidney coming back, and he's going to be here hosting the post-game show. So we want to invite you guys to share with us in that at that point of the game, right after the last play of the game. We're going to be here live with you guys. So thank you for joining us, and the game's back, but we're going to be showing you the tweets anyway because the Celtics are trying to come back. It's 27-21 for the Miami Heat, and let's go. We're going to keep watching and monitoring what people are saying on Twitter here for the Miami Heat. So give me a second. Nice. So end of the first quarter, Tyler Hero missed that shot there to finish the first quarter. It's 33-27 for the Miami Heat. Like last time, we beat them in the first quarter. And let's go and let's review the top scorer of the game so far, which is Jaylen Brown of the Boston Celtics, with 10 points. Gordon Hayward also added 6, and Marcus Smart also from the Celtics added 6 points. Kemba Walker has only 4, Kanter only 1 so far. For the Heat, it's been a little more of a shared effort. 6 for Butler, 6 for Adebayo, 6 for Iguodala, 5 for Dragic, 3 for Crowder, and 3 for Robinson, and 4 by Tyler Hero. And Tyler Hero is leading the team with 4 rebounds, and he's been doing this all postseason. So thank you to all of you that have been sending your messages. They did that for a half last time, and I hope you did have something to say at halftime. Yes, they should, and they're still missing a lot of open shots, and that's something that should worry the Miami Heat team, because that's something that is not very characteristic of this team during this season, and especially in the postseason. I know they just hit 5 threes in a row, but still, they should be getting more and more of those shots. So let's go to 5 reasons. Let's share this on the screen, and let's see what Ethan Skolnick's saying about the game so far after 1 quarter and the Miami Heat up by 6 points. So here we are with 5 reasons. He says, let me go up, let me put it full screen so you guys can get a better view of what he's saying. Cannot give Jaylen Brown that shot from that corner. The Crowder 3 seemed to settle the Heat. Yes, that happened earlier in the game. I'm obviously no shot doctor, but the gather load up seems slower. There's a fluidity missing. And there you go. That's the analysis by Nikias, our friend from, he used to be part of the 5 reasons. He's still a contributor here. The Heat has missed 4 open threes. Yes, that's crazy. That can't continue to happen. And here's my tweet saying that I got to speak English, Spanish, Portuguese, and even some Tagalog here in the pregame and now in the live tweeting party. This is what Ethan has said so far. Let's go with Greg Sylvander and see what he's saying about the game. He has 1 tweet in the last hour. Mark, you can watch the game on ESPN if you're in the United States. If not, I don't know exactly where you are. Let me know, and I will look it up for you. So give me a chance, and I will do it. If the Heat shoot their season average on threes, they'll blow out this team. Word to Greg Sylvander. Yes, that's what he's been saying all this time. Let's see if Alf is up and tweeting like he used to do during the games. Let's see what he's saying right now. Okay, let's go. Good morning to Heat fans. No, that's early. That's from early in the morning. Let's go with Alex Toledo and see what he's saying. And if not, we're gonna go back to what people are saying on Heat Twitter. Let's see what Alex saying. Tropical Blanket. You guys can follow him. Okay, Crowder doing a good job fronting Kanter. Kanter's been so effective because of the Heat switching everything. So you just know Spo emphasize it. So yes, that's what Alex is watching there. So that's his observation. That's his analysis. And here we are with the pregame, and you guys are here already. So thank you. Kanter is trending topic in Florida because he is playing minutes. So what are we gonna do to counteract that? We're gonna see in the second quarter what Eric Spoelstra does, and the second quarter already started, and we haven't seen Myers Leonard almost at all in this series, I think. So, Lucas Oliveira, que trabalho excepcional que o Eric Spoelstra vem fazendo com o Miami Heat. Ele soube encaixar os jogadores mais experientes com os mais novos. Difícil demais ganhar desse time. Lucas Oliveira and all the people here on Heat Twitter saying, let's go Miami. We have an easy ring waiting for us. I don't know if it's an easy ring, but it's going to be a very, very interesting and entertaining finals. Good first quarter. Keep it rolling. Send these phonies home. Maybe the team I'm pulling for will actually win. Miami Heat. Hawks fan at heart, but they want the Heat to win. Even though we had that situation going on during the season between Young and Butler. But I know a lot of people don't like the Celtics, so that's why they're rooting for the Heat here. And you know what? The Heat's, it's like America's team right now. Even though the Celtics are more popular, everybody that is not a Celtic fan, I think it's going for the Celtics. So for the Heat, I'm sorry. So That's where we are. Okay, let's go back to the game, and we're gonna put the game back here. So it's 37-32 for Miami Heat, and we're gonna go back with you guys in a little bit. So thank you for joining us, and we'll be back in a little with more Miami Heat comments live here on 5 Reasons. So it's been a very interesting game. The Celtics are trying to come back, and they're cutting the lead all the time, but the Heat staying there fighting for their lives. Spoelstra going to have to trick the zone at the half. The Celtics seem to spacing and moving it pretty well. Heat wins this game. Let's go Tatum. Jimmy knows what at stake. He's balling. He's been playing better in this last couple of minutes. We're gonna go and check the stats in a little bit. Let's go Heat. Heat winning. They're up by 4 with 7 minutes to go in the second quarter. So a lot of game to go from here. Celtics right here. We'll see about that. Alien, or I don't know how to pronounce your name. Tatum Cole. 1-3. Tatum's freezing. Well, he did this last time, and then in the second half, he scored like 28 points. So let's not wake him up. Let's leave him like that. LOL, you there, Celtics fan in here? Yes, there are some Celtics fans in here. So send your money our way so we can keep doing our content for Miami Heat fans. Butler taking some orders, shivering. What do you hate about the Heat, huh? Because you're talking too much. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Let's go Heat. Manuel Torrecampo. I don't like the team, to be honest. I just wanted to go. He just wanted to go 7 games. Iggy on fire right now. Well, Jimmy Butler has 13 points. He's leading the team so far. 3 for Crowder, 8 for Adebayo, 3 for Robinson, 5 for Dragic, 4 for Hero, and 8 for Iguodala. Hill is the other guy that has played some minutes today. Now, no minutes for Derrick Jones Jr., Leonard, or none so far, or even Olynyk. Olynyk hasn't played any minutes today either. That's weird. Miami Heat. Matt Fuentes, this chat is so Heat biased. I'm here for it. Yes, this is the Miami Heat house. So welcome. 5 Reasons is the Miami Heat house. So you guys get used to it, because we're going to keep building this platform for all of you guys. And hopefully for next season, we're going to be up to 10,000 subscribers, and we're going to keep growing, and keep producing more and more content for you guys. NBA for the win. Tatum is a god. He's big. It's like you hate the Heat so much. They're not talking to me. They're talking among themselves. Let's go Heat. Tatum's good. Tatum is very eating things like Tyler. I told you Jimmy's going for 34. Yeah, 34 or 37. A lot of things going on. Josh Owens, welcome to our chat. He says, go Boston. Here we say, go Miami, go Heat. Yes, there you go. There's your answer for you. Let's go Heat. Let's go big man. Tatum, he's so good. Yeah, he's ice cold. Yes, okay. So we're going to go back to Twitter and see what the guys are saying. Over there on Twitter, we're gonna give you guys the full coverage. Like we said, this is a live tweeting party, so let's see what people are tweeting about the Heat right now on Heat Twitter. In here on Twitter, let's see, it's loading up and it's coming. Calendario de la final. Okay, when's the final starting? Let's see. It's starting on Friday. Friday we have the first game. Friday we have the first game. Sunday we have the second game of the NBA Finals. So Saturday we are free. We can go whatever we want on Saturday. But first we have to get there. The Marlins, this isn't the conclusion. It's a plan in motion. I don't know why the Marlins are here, but they are. Keep attacking Jimmy. That's some of the messages we get from the fans here. And we have a review here of the last play before the timeout taken by Brad Steven. And let's go. NBA the jump from the bubble fan account. Tatum has also 5 rebounds and 6 assists on pace for his first career triple-double. Yeah, we'll see. Hopefully not. Marmili from Honduras or Salvador, I don't know. He Twitter, easy cover from Tatum. Outsiders, Celtics need legit big man. Kanter and thighs hurt this team more than they help. Okay, and Jaden getting smart and Walker mad, really, really mad because they just guarded each other and didn't guard Jimmy. So we're gonna go back to the score and we'll be monitoring your guys' messages. So thank you very much for being here with us, and we'll be back in a little bit. Okay, so timeout call by Eric Spoelstra. The Heat were winning by how many? By 7 points, and then the the Boston Celtics are coming back in these last couple of drives, and they're coming up close, 1 point away from the Miami Heat. So let's go back to Heat Twitter and see what people are saying right now on the Miami Heat and this very, very, very fought game in Game 6 of the Eastern Conference Finals. Let's go back, and we have people from Slovenia. That's great. Of course, a lot of people watching Dragic over there, and that's part of what we're doing here. Earlier, we had some people from Australia and Canada and Brazil and a lot of different places. So Lewis Brinson is wearing a Jimmy Butler Vice jersey underneath his uniform. That was earlier today. The Marlins won 2 out of 3 in the Bronx series, and they're in the playoffs, and they'll be facing the Chicago Cubs in the first round. We know what to do. Let's ride. That's a message from the Miami Heat Twitter account earlier. We're gonna keep monitoring here what's going on. Let's turn this down so we don't get in trouble. Just another horrible effort by the atrocious, shameful, and embarrassingly awful Heat Twitter. That's a little bit of an exaggeration there. Nobody wants to win because of this shameful, well, whatever. Let's go Heat win and finish this series already and move on to the finals. You're the only remaining reason right now that I'm still watching NBA from Canada, like I told you guys. And there's a lot of people out there that feel this way. They like the Heat, they don't like the Celtics, and they want the Heat to face the Lakers in the finals. Dude he was the one talking about Lakers versus Heat Twitter, waiting for somebody to back it up. He don't know what Celtic Nation capable of. Beautiful 3-pointer by Kemba Walker. We don't want to watch. Well, that was the last basket before the timeout. So there you go. Bam Adebayo was switched on Kemba. Nothing to do there. That's what you get. That was the highest arcing shot that I've ever seen. This shouldn't be a 1-point game. The defense against the 3 hasn't been good. That's an observation by Whiskey Viking 97. Let's check how the Celtics are shooting from 3 today, and let's contrast that information. Okay, so the Celtics are right now they are 50%. So they made 11 of their 22 shots from 3. So it's going to be hard for them to pick or to keep that same rhythm from 3. And let's wait for that drop, and the Miami Heat's going to take advantage of that. Let's finish this quarter strong. Pick it back, Miami Heat. Do not let them close out this quarter. It was a healthy lead. Yes, it's been a healthy lead until we got to 1. Mano, não consigo entender essa marcação do Miami em algumas situações. Talking about the defense there by the Miami Heat in some different situations. The NBA bubble setup looks better on the Oculus front row view. I just wish there was a San Diego team that had a shot at using it, maybe in another lifetime or in another parallel dimension. Well, hopefully sometime soon. So the game's back, so we're going to go back to monitoring the score here, and we'll be back soon with more and more comments. I'm reading all what you guys are saying, so keep tweeting, keep sending messages. Okay, and well, we're gonna wait for the last second shot, but it's almost over the first half. The Miami Heat is up by 1 point. Let's see what happened here. It looked like a foul. Yes, it was a foul. So it's gonna be 2 shots for the Heat. Let me see what's going on. Damn, this is gonna be one of those games. It's been back and forth in the last couple of minutes, so it's very, very interesting. How can I watch the game? It's gonna be on ESPN. If you are on the United States territory, it's on ESPN. Free throws here. Yes, let's finish. I think it's over already, right? So it's yes, halftime. Okay, so the Heat it's up by 2 points in halftime. Dragic missed one of the 2 free throws, the first one, and these are the points for the first half. Bam Adebayo had a way better second quarter, and he ended up with 16 points, 3 rebounds, and 1 steal. He made 5 of the 6 shots he tried from field goals, the 6 field goals. So he should be trying more of those. And it's been great every time he tries to go and attack the basket. So 16 points, already more points than in the entire game last time. So that's great for the Miami Heat. And Jimmy Butler had 13 points, 2 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 block. He's shooting 54% from the field. We also have Andre Iguodala. He's the third best scorer for the Heat with 8 points, 1 assist, 1 steal. We're going to start reading your messages in a little bit, so give me a second. I know Elian, Matt Fuentes, Armando, you guys are sending messages. I'll be with you guys in a little bit. So it's Jay Crowder with 7 points, 4 rebounds, 1 block. It's Duncan Robinson with 6 points, 1 rebound, and 2, 4, 4 from the field, and only 3 attempts from 3. So he has to shoot more, and we need more from him too. So Duncan Robinson only 6 points, Dragic 6 points. He missed a free throw at the end, so he has 2 rebounds, 5 assists, 1 steal, yes, and then 1 for 3 in field goals, and 3 for 4 on free throws. That's Goran Dragic, Tyler Hero with 6 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists. So far, he's having 42.9% from the field goals. So, okay, let's go and read some of your messages before we go to Twitter and get a little pic of what's going on over there with this 2-point difference for the Miami Heat. We saw what happened last time in the third quarter, so this is not a big lead for the Miami Heat, and we're going to keep doing this until the third quarter is over. So let's go back and see Bam balling. I have to admit, Bam isn't looking hurt anymore. Get up. Well, look at his play and how his points have been, most of them avoiding contact, maybe mid-range shots or just going to the basket, easy shots for Bam Adebayo. So maybe he's still a little hurt, but he's finding the way to really score points without trying to get so much contact, especially Tamin, also on defense. Get off the zone defense for the second half. Well, we'll see. Spoelstra did change the defense from the first half to the second half in the third game, in the fifth game. So we'll see if he does it again here for this time. Okay, Gene, whatever. I don't have a TV provider. You can download an app, Fubo TV or Sling or whatever, and they'll have ESPN there for you. For that zone is garbage. Yes, isn't okay. Give me a second. I'm sorry. Isn't one of the benefits of playing zone is that you don't exert as much energy? Well, yes, you don't have to be running around and sprinting with the guy you're guarding. So I guess yes, that's one of the main reasons. I think so. Dan, can we close out on the 3 faster? Well, we'll see. I Stephen, but they're driving ball at will. Yes, they are. Heat winning this game. I called it. We have been playing with fire. Rotation makes 0 sense. No production from those coming off this new bench. Spo needs to make a change. Well, we were reviewing the numbers earlier. None hasn't played any minutes. Olynyk hasn't played any minutes. Derrick Jones Jr. hasn't played any minutes on defense. Hill played for 5 minutes. He didn't have any points, just 1 rebound. So, yes, we need more support from our bench, and Hero is not having a huge night either so far, so only 6 points. and we need more for him. He's helping more in the rebounds. Look at our rebound guys. Hero with 3 rebounds, and Dragic with 2 rebounds. Adebayo has 3. Crowder has 4. Keep supporting Heat Nation no matter what happens. Yes, Manuel, that's the idea. Biden is going crazy, no cap. The zone doesn't look as effective without DJJ at the top of it. IU, no way Celtics can shoot that clip for the whole game, and we're still up by 2. Yes, those. Let's review the numbers. And well, they're gonna count that last shot, the last second shot, but that they missed. But it's been they're 11 out of 23. They're counting the last one. So, but that was a more of a long shot just to get it out of the hands in the last second of the quarter. But they shot 50% in the first half, which is something crazy, and that's not gonna happen in the second half. We need to come out with lots of aggression in second half. Heat Nation, yes, our strength used to be our youth. Now we look like an old team. Well, I don't necessarily agree. We still have a lot of young talent playing there a lot of minutes. If we review what's going on in the first quarter, Bam Adebayo, who's one of the youngest guys, he played 19 minutes. And the second guy that played the most is Tyler Hero with 17 minutes and 52 seconds. So maybe you're talking about the way they're moving, and that's a different team. But they're definitely playing their young guys a lot of times. Need to try to get Duncan going the second half again. Yes, Duncan Robinson only 6 points. He only shot 2 attempts from 3, so that's not what you want from your guy. We need them. We need him to get hot. Duncan need to go crazy. Yes, hopefully. They're not defending that corner 3. Duncan Robinson looks like he does not want to play. Well, I don't know if he doesn't want to play, but it's maybe his confidence is not at the same level as it was on the Bucks series, the Milwaukee Bucks series in the previous round. Why play the zone when 3 is more than 2? Tomas Pena. Well, it's been working in the first couple of games, so maybe Spoelstra still has that, and it's been a matter of adjustment. And Iguodala said it earlier in this series. This type of series it's a lot of adjustment going on. The team makes an adjustment, the other team responds, and then it comes and comes and comes. Marcus Smart and Brown are going crazy. Let's review their numbers right now. Smart has 12 points, and who was the other one? Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown has only I don't see him. Nah, give me a second. Jaylen Brown has 10 points. Tatum has 12. So yes, Tatum and Smart have 12 points. Jaylen Brown has 10 right now. Chamo, why doesn't ESPN treat the Miami Heat so bad? It's like we don't have the best record in the playoffs of the East, and we are up 3-2. What the heck? Well, it's what it is. So you come here for your Miami Heat coverage. We have almost 300 people here with us right now. That means that they're getting tired of ESPN. So thank you for joining us. And I'm going to tweet that out because you guys are making me proud, almost getting to 300 and being here and supporting us all this time. Thank you for all your support, and we really appreciate it because we're doing this from the bottom of our heart. We're trying to give you guys more and more content and more and better coverage of the playoffs. So thank you very much for joining us so far. Stephen Wong says Frank Machado, Celtics, a bigger market and story. Yeah, that's true. And that's why it's going to happen with the Lakers. The Lakers are going to get the entire coverage in the finals when the Miami Heat makes it. So don't worry, it's going to be like that. You guys come over here on 5 Reasons and we'll have your quality content coming up. So let's go back to Twitter. Let's go see what's going on Twitter land, and let's go back. Let's get rid of Heat Twitter and let's go back to 5 Reasons and what our guys are saying. Let's go with Ethan Skolnick first, and the main 5 Reasons account, because that's where we get the best content here in South Florida. Make sure you follow us at 5 in number Reasons Sports. We are over 20,000 followers over there. We should bring some of that to our YouTube account. That would be awesome. Okay, we should have done a halftime show tonight. Let me tweet at him. I am live. So we are live, but last time we did it, we didn't have a good second half. So I don't know if I'm gonna allow them to come back. cannot give Jaylen Brown that shot from that corner. That was earlier before. So I guess that's all that Ethan has tweeted so far. Let's go and check out what the guys are saying here too on the Five on the Floor account. That's our Twitter account for 5 reasons. That's also interesting, very very interesting, because it's where we put all our podcasts, and we're gonna be potting. The guys are gonna be potting Ethan Skolnick, Greg Sylvander, and Alex Toledo right after the game, and that's gonna be great content for you guys. So thank you for being part of the team today and joining me in this live tweeting party. Okay, so Heat's 62, Celtics 60 at half. Playoff Jimmy here. ESPN halftime show characterizes Boston as in good position, to no surprise. And Ethan gets mad. That should be the other one. The other thing from the first half, because he gets mad all the time that ESPN does this, but that's fine. Ethan, tell her I'm out there in spirit. D Wade tweeting at Ethan Skolnick, so that's pretty nice. Okay, let's tweet at him here. We have the link here, so let's paste it here, and let's paste it here also. So you guys get the halftime show over there. So Spoelstra staying with stuff. Zone, Hill, no DJJ or Kelly Olynyk. Stop giving up corner threes to Brown. Yes, he's punishing the Miami Heat from that position. Think we all get a big drag finish. Well, hopefully we do that. And we know what we have to do. That's it. So let's go back to Five on the Floor. No, that's what we just did. So let's go to Greg Sylvander, and then we'll go to Brady Hawk. Brady Hawk has always gives a lot of good content from his tweets. So let's go and check what they're saying. Tyler Hero is having a major impact. Six assists today. Point hero of the Heat. Yeah. So that's what he's saying about it. Let's go to Brady Hawk and see what he's saying about this first half for the Miami Heat. So this is where we are. Look at this guy. Youngest sports agent. Look at this sports agent supporting Tyler Hero here. Let's see what his tweet was about. Jay Crowder may not be shooting great again, but he finds other ways to be impactful. So there you go. And he said it earlier, the ex-Celtics will be sending Boston home. So that's Crowder and Olynyk, but Olynyk hasn't played in minutes today. So that was halfway right by Brady Hawks so far. So let's go back to Heat Twitter and see what they're saying right now. It's been a very interesting night with all of you guys, so thank you for joining us, and thank you for sending all your messages. We have a lot of people watching right now, and thank you for coming, and remember to subscribe to our channel. That's a way to help us, and thank you to all the people that are sending money. I see you right here. I'm sorry, but this team as presently constructed won't get more than one game on the Lakers. I'll gladly eat crow if I'm wrong, but we seem so slow out there sometimes. You see how I translated that? Yes, we seem slow sometimes on the floor, but that's part of the deal here. It hasn't been an easy one so far. So give it a chance. It's been a long series, been a long run. We have a little mixture of unexperienced people and very experienced people there, and they're giving their best. So we get a lot of criticism for believing in them, but it's what we get so far. So the Heat surpassed all expectations this year. My kids are enjoying the ride. Yes, we're all enjoying the ride so far. We're digging that hole deeper for ourselves. Spo needs to do something about that hole in the middle. Well, that's it. Zone defense, so it's going to be hard. Boston is killing Miami. Boston's killing Miami on the boards when they go small. Yes, that's part of it. Then who's this guy? I don't know. Who's who? We'll see. What's the score? It's 62-60 for the Miami Heat at halftime. So thank you very much to D-Man05, those $10. Thank you very much. We appreciate it. You guys can support us sending the super chats down here where the money sign is. You can click in there, and you guys can send $2, $5, $10, $20, $50, whatever you feel like, and we'll show your message up here like this. Again, Will Bolandres, thank you very much. $5 too. Also, thank you for your help. That we really appreciate when you guys do this, because it helps us to keep growing our work here. Because the more money we make, the easier for us is going to be to stick to this and keep producing a lot of content from Miami and to Miami fans. So let's go back to Twitter real fast before we start the second half. Let's go back to the very, very, very intense Heat Twitter. So let's go back over there and see what they're saying. Let's go full screen so you guys enjoy the whole experience over there on Twitter with me. Okay, the Miami Heat +3 hold a 62-60 lead at halftime of Game 6. That's sports betting time. We're not gonna give them time, so thank you for coming. CVS, no, thank you. Let's keep going. Fingers crossed. Please, no third quarter. Yes, hopefully doesn't happen. 24 minutes, and the Miami Heat will be back in the finals. We are close, but we're still very far, so don't get ahead of ourselves. Okay, we'll see. Okay, Alf is getting everything ready for the post-game show. That's going to be here also on 5 Reasons YouTube channel. I don't know this boy Eddie Patron, but he's spitting facts. We'll see. He Twitter, and they're suffering. Yes, they're they're doing everything that you need. Prayer circle. Yes, start praying. We have this tweet in French. I don't know what he's saying. One more half, familia. Bombazos for positive vibes. Be careful with that. Dear Miami Heat, please no third quarter today. Thank you. Sign Heat Twitter. Yes, this is up to the vets now. Hope Goran and Jimmy Butler lead us to the finals. I got confused there because Jaylen Brown has the same initials, so that's very confusing sometimes. So don't call him JB. We call him Jimmy Canastas here on 5 Reasons. Or Jimmy. Just Jimmy. Okay, so the second half is already started. We're going to come back to the monitor here. And the Boston Celtics are up. So we're going to be back. And thank you for joining us and for sending all the messages here on the 5 Reasons YouTube channel. All right, so we're back. Thank you guys for staying with us. We're gonna be doing this until the end of this third quarter, and then we're gonna have our post-game show hosted by Alphonse Sidney right after the game. So thank you for joining us, and be there for us when we get to the post-game show. We're gonna be there, and remember to subscribe. If you haven't done it, subscribe here on 5 Reasons on the YouTube channel, because we have a lot of content for you guys. And during or after the post game, we're also gonna have whatever the Heat guys say on the press conferences. So that's also important for us. So you guys better be there for us and with us, enjoying whatever they say after the game. So just now, he had 3 seconds violation. Tech for what? 3 seconds, not tech. Yes, no, nobody got a tech at any point. It says tech foul. Well, in ESPN, that's it play by play, but no, that's just a regular violation. So it's 74-69 in this third quarter. Better start for the Miami Heat so far, and that's good because we know how they do in the third quarter. So hopefully, after this timeout, things continue the same way. So it's 22 points for Bam Adebayo. We saw him, and I read your messages here. He's been great every time. And if he can develop this mid-range shot and the long-range shot too, Adebayo is gonna be dangerous in the future. He's gonna be more of a superstar than he is right now. So that's great. 22 points, 7 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal. He's made 7 out of 9 points from the field. So he should keep shooting, man. Keep shooting. That's what he should do. Jimmy Butler, 13 points, 2 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 steal. That's 6 out of 13 field goals attempts. Crowder with 7 points, 6 rebounds, a couple of blocks, and 1 assist. But he's playing great defense, and that's showing up, and that's helping the Miami Heat on this run right now. So keep that defense up, Jay Crowder. We see you. We see you. You're not leading the team in points, but we see your work there on defense. Duncan Robinson, he shot a couple more, and he made 1, so he has 9 points right now. Goran Dragic also with a huge 3 at the right there. He's 3 out of that's free throws. From 3, he's 2 out of 5. He has 9 points. Tyler Hero 6 points. Iguodala 8 points. Those are the 74 points for the Miami Heat. So far, we are winning the 6th game of the Eastern Conference Finals. They are a couple of quarters away from the finals again and meeting LeBron James. If necessary, the 7th game of this series is going to be played on Wednesday at 8:30. So Wednesday night will be the 7th game. If not, the final starts on Friday. So we hope to see you guys on Friday, not right now. Okay, Clarence Jean Lewis, we need to get 17 points cushion in order to breathe a little. Yes, it's been a close game so far. A 5-point lead feels like a big cushion the way it's been, especially in the last quarter, right? Because it's been back and forth. The Celtics have led for a couple of times, and it's been a very exciting game. So we've seen Adebayo, and he's playing better. We can see his mid-range shot a couple of times from the line, a couple of bounces that went our way, and that's always helpful. So thank you very much for being there with us, and we'll be doing this all over next season too. So we're gonna keep growing, and you guys are gonna enjoy our coverage. I promise you. You're gonna be part of our family for a long time, and you guys will not regret. So the game's started already. The Boston Celtics are making a push to come back. It's 74-72 already. So we're gonna go back to watch the game, and we'll be finishing this very soon as this quarter is over. So thank you very much. It's Iguodala time down there, well, up there in Orlando because we are all the way down here in Miami. So straight threes for Andre Iguodala. He's made for this moment, right? So let's see what's going on with the stat sheet here. We have Let's Go Heat, Iggy. He knows how to play in the finals. Iggy, Purple Rain, Iggy. Thank you very much for all your messages. It's an 8-point lead for the Miami Heat. Let's not get ahead of ourselves, but it's getting better and better, and hopefully they can close this out tonight. The Miami Heat. So with this point, Iguodala goes up to 14. Like this, he went up. He was at 8, and now he's on 14. So he went over Butler, who just missed 3-point shot right there before that filling. So he's filling it. Go Miami. Thank you very much. Make sure to subscribe. Like we said here, subscribe to our channel. And if you want to support our job or our work here, send a super chat down below. You can send whatever you feel like, $1, $5, $10, $20. That's gonna help our coverage here on 5 Reasons. So thank you very much. And we're gonna go back to Twitter. We'll see what people are saying on Twitter here on Heat Twitter because it's getting hot and hot. Let's get this Celtics Brazil out of the way. Let's refresh the page and see what's going on here. And okay, we're going back to the most recent one, más reciente for you. And this is what Heat Twitter are saying right now. Let's go Heat. LeBron is waiting. Julia Bragg. Iggy, let's go baby. Close this thing out. Iggy Lethal from Twitter Night. Os caras tomando apavoro de branquelo de 20 anos e veio de 80 anos. Heat Twitter. Let's go Heat. LeBron's waiting. Iggy has to take Crowder's minutes come clutch time. Well, it's probably going to, well, I don't know. I think both are going to play because we need a lot of defense. So we'll see. I think Duncan Robinson is the one who's not going to play a lot at the end of the game. So playoff Iggy. We like playoff Iggy. Put them away. Put them away. Put them away. El Heat. He getting Iggy with it tonight. Oh, my goodness. Here we have the last 3 before we went to this timeout. There you go. Andre Iguodala doing his job. Give me some of that Philly Iggy. Get Iggy with it. Yes, Iggy. Andre Iguodala putting in that work tonight. Let's freaking go. So that's some of the messages that we're getting here on Twitter. Thank you very much to all of you that are here and are still supporting us. So save us. Iggy need to hold the lead and get Bam the rest. Well, I don't know. I don't think Bam is resting either. There's no time to rest right now. If they win tonight, they can rest. I mean, they're still going to practice, but they don't play until Friday. So that's the rest they're going to get. Say hi from Philippines, sir. Thank you, James, for all your messages. And Don Tom says Iggy, and he's going crazy about it. So let's go back to Heat Twitter, and we're gonna win till the game's played again. It's been a long time out. Andrew Iguodala putting in that work. We read that one, getting Iggy with it. I don't know about y'all, but I'm getting Iggy with it. There you go. Andre Eagle Dollar. So Eagle and dollars. It's a great combination. So Iggy, we're going to the finals. Hopefully that's the case. Iggy making some big shots. Let's go. They forgot Iguodala good for clutch threes. Iggy, hit Twitter. Iguodala. So we'll see. We're going to be back and we're going to keep monitoring the game and the scoreboard here on 5 Reasons. So end of the third quarter, it's a 2-point lead for the Miami Heat. So this was a tie in the third quarter. The Celtics came back with 5 points there at the end, and then finally Dragic with the last run. And sadly, he couldn't make the last shot. He should have shot it from mid range. Stop there and don't let Tatum get to the basket. But that was a good run by Goran Dragic, and the Miami Heat are winning by 2 points entering the last quarter of the game. So I don't know. What should we do? Should we stay or should we go? I don't know. What do you guys think? Jimmy Bucket, let's go Dragic. Let's go Hero. Well, good news. No third quarter. Yes, it was actually a good quarter for the Heat. I mean, they were tied, but they should have won this quarter also. Heat win. Let's go. Sloppy. Why didn't Dragic shoot that? Yes, I know. That's what I say. He should have stopped before and then shoot the ball. 12 minutes. Let's not allow 30-point quarter. Well, hopefully that's not the case. I don't know what to do, guys. What do you guys think? We should stay or we should leave? Because we got to get ready for the post game too. What do you guys want? Tell me here. Should we stay or should we leave? If you send me some super chats in the next couple of minutes, we'll stay here. So send me super chats and we'll stay here with you guys until the end of the game. If not, we'll see you in the post game coverage right after the game in the 5 Reasons YouTube channel. That's for sure. And we have the link ready already. So you guys, thank you for being here with us. And if you guys want me to stay here until the end of the game, send some super chats and we will for sure. So that's the deal here. You let me know. Stephen 1 says, Matt Fuentes, his head was down, so probably didn't see the clock. Yes, that's true. Stay. Send me a super chat. If you guys send me a super chat, we'll stay until the end of the game. If not, we're going to finish our coverage here, and let's jump until the next one because we're ready. We're ready for this. Upcoming, we have the post-game show too, so you better be ready. Boston Celtics, Game 6 of the Eastern Conference Finals post-game show. Let's keep it the same way. So we win this one. And okay, so what do you guys say? Here, only 1 point lead, but still good. Well, 1 possession lead. Yes, I mean, we're still up. Was this chat up with the other 3 wins? No, it was not. So you guys make the final decision. It was off, actually. I was watching the game by myself because I was getting ready for the post-game show. So what do you guys think? Should we end it or should we keep going? I don't know. I'll wait for you guys. So you guys let me know what you guys think, and we'll do. I mean, I'm doing this for you guys. So you guys let me know. I don't got money for a super chat. That's fine. It doesn't have to be you. It could be anyone. They gotta stop making it the baby coverage. Yes, they're trying to make it so hard so people trying to fall down for the Celtics doing that, but it's garbage. Okay, here we go. $2. Stay. That gives you 2 minutes. You gotta get 2 minutes in the fourth quarter, and that's it. So 2 minutes. 2 minutes. All right, here we go. You got 2 minutes of the last quarter. So let me know if you want this. We are ready for this. So it's the last quarter, and it's game on already. So we'll see. So what do you guys think? The Heat, okay, the Celtics, stop down. If it wasn't, then shut it down. Well, I will. I have 2 minutes, so until 10 minutes, we'll stay here because it was a $2, $2. So you get 2 minutes for your $2. That's how it works. Okay, here we go. You have the picture here. Bum. And we're getting ready. Let's watch this because I'm suffering here not watching the game. You know, I get very, 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 very excited at the listening game. Whoa, I would just leave now. No, that's fine, Fire. Don't get mad at me. Yeah, I have to go and get ready to get the post game ready, the post game show ready too. Set up for you guys right after the game. Okay, so it's a tie game. It's 11 minutes to go. The Boston Celtics just went up by 2, so it's I don't know. Here we go. You said if we donate, then you stay. So you lied. No, I didn't lie. I said I will stay. And there you go. The Heat just tied the game. So it's 90-90. We are getting there. So thank you guys for supporting us. Remember to subscribe to our channel. Thank you to Henwil Bolandres for sending the money. We appreciate every time you guys can help us because it helps us to keep growing as a network. We're doing what we can do here to give you guys a lot of quality content, and that's our main goal here. So timeout. Here in the last quarter, it's 90-90. It's been a very exciting game, very close game, and you know what? Every time we have a game like this against the Celtics, we win. So that's some good news for the Miami Heat fans. Hopefully, this is the case, and the Miami Heat keeps taking this out or get this final game and go on to the finals. Joseph Leon, the quarter is going to be very long, man. Miami needs to keep a comfortable defense by being very aggressive on offense. It's scary now for both teams. Yeah, I know. It's scary and exciting at the same time. Butler never touching him low. Because Jaylen Brown is out. Something happened with his ankle. I didn't get to see what happened exactly, but I think he landed on his ankle in the wrong way, and I don't know if it's out, but he might be hurting right now. So 22 points for Bam Adebayo, 14 for Iguodala, 13 for Butler, 9 for Crowder, 9 for Robinson, 9 for Dragic, who's having a late run there, and hopefully he gets more and more points towards the end, and he probably will. It's time for Dragic, time for Iguodala, time for Butler to show up, and we know every time we get this close to the final, to the last minutes, Tyler Hero shows up too. So Butler never touched him low, I think. Whoa, that was a nasty landing. Oof, hopefully he's fine and we can beat him. I mean, we can beat these guys, so we don't need Brown out. Is Brown out? Looks like he was just hurt and shook up. I hope so, man. He's playing too good. Well, no, let's not wish bad to anybody. We just want to beat them in a fair way. So thank you very much for all your messages. Thank you for being here, for sending your comments. It's a very interesting atmosphere every time we get together. So what we're gonna do, I'm not gonna talk to you guys anymore. I'm gonna watch the game, enjoy the rest of the game, and thank you. Remember to subscribe and remember to join us in the post-game coverage here at 5 Reasons Sports. So thank you very much. That's a timeout by Brad Stevens. A little too late. The Miami Heat are going to be the Eastern Conference champions. This is over. It's a 12-point lead. It's only 26 seconds to go. So that's it. Thank you guys for being here with us. We're going to do a post-game show in another link, in another stream, but we're going to stay with you guys since you guys asked for this and you deserve it. You've been here for more than 3 hours with me. So we're going to do this and we're going to enjoy this part here. But we're also going to do a different live stream show. So what I'm going to try to do is play that same post-game show in here for you guys. So bear with me because it's going to be awesome and you guys are going to enjoy it a lot. So thank you very much for all your support. Remember to subscribe to our channel. Subscribe to our channel. That's very important. We're going to be doing the entire coverage of the NBA Finals here on 5 Reasons. So remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel. That's very important for us. That's the way you can support us. And that's the way you're going to get your best Heat content here in South Florida. That's the only way. And we're going to enjoy this last couple of seconds together. And it's been a great run for the Miami Heat so far. So 12-3 in the playoffs. Remember this, 12-3 in the playoffs. That's great right now. So we're going to be back as soon as the game's over. And thank you very much for staying here with us. And that's it, señores. The Miami Heat is back in the finals. And welcome to this post-game show. The Miami Heat are back in the finals. So it's a 100 and what was it? 25 to 113. That's the final score. And the Miami Heat are back in the finals. And it's going to be against the Lakers. So we're going to read all your comments here. Thank you very much for all of you joining us. We're doing this live on 5 Reasons too on YouTube. We also have a post-game show on the 5 Reasons YouTube channel on the other feed, so you can join us there. What I'm going to do in a couple of seconds, I'm going to play what's going on over there. I'm going to play here, so bear with me while I figure it out. Give me a second. It's going to take a couple of minutes, and we're going to play what's going on, the post-game show here also, so you guys get both the experience of watching the post-game show, and I'm going to do it here for you guys. So give me a second. It's going to take a little bit, and then we're going to go live. So thank you very much. And the Miami Heat are back in the NBA Finals. It's a very exciting moment for us at 5 Reasons. We've been following this team since the beginning of the season, and that's obviously making us very proud here because we believe this team could make it to the playoffs. Of course, we didn't think that they were.
If you see your state, you can register to vote.
So many followers this fast. We really didn't think that the Miami Heat were going to get so far in the playoffs, and this is great right now because it's very exciting for this city, and they deserved it after a long drought. And it's going to be against who? Against the Lakers and against LeBron James. So here we go.
The reverse dunk by.
This is the post-game show hosted by Alphonse Sidney, so you guys can listen to it.
First Jinx has not been coming through, so I held it back. Listen, guys, I was playing the long game tonight, all right?
I literally tweeted about waiting for that tweet from you saying it's a wrap. I said, I'm waiting for something. When's it coming?
I'm going to put it here on the screen. Don't worry.
A lot of people were like, oh, say it. Say the 3 words. I was like, no, it hasn't been working. You know, listen, there are rules to these things. I wrote me a manual, all right? All right, welcome everybody in. I'm sorry I was a little bit late. I've been watching on a delay. I'm not even on the East Coast right now, on the West Coast. Long story. But first of all, I want to shout out Simple Health Advisors. Go to simplehealthadvisors.com for all your Medicare, health insurance, life insurance, all your needs. They can find the best plan for you. If you lost your job because of COVID, if you're an independent contractor, if you own your own business and you need health insurance, you need solutions, go to simplehealthadvisors.com. And now that we got that out the way, all right, been in business over 15 years, you guys can read that later.
Love you, Simple Health Advisors. But the Miami Heat are going to the finals. Bring on LeBron. Bring on Anthony Davis and his stupid unibrow. I think Tony Brothers' illegitimate son. You know what? Listen, I don't care. Bring them all on. Bring on playoff Rondo, KCP. I don't even know who's on that stupid team.
Philly cheese.
Bring on Dion Waiters. Let's go. J.R. Smith, drinking Henny, whatever. We got this. Guys, the Miami Heat are in the NBA Finals. And I'm going to start with you, Brady. You've been covering this team with us all year long. The first thing I want to talk about is you love to talk about the young guys, Bam, Duncan, Tyler. They closed the game on a 20-something point run, just completely took the Celtics off the floor. And these guys are all 25 and under. The Heat are going to the NBA Finals, and what I want to say about the team is the future is bright as hell for the Miami Heat. Brady, what are your thoughts on what you saw the whole game in that fourth quarter?
Yeah, we'll start with that fourth quarter. You know, you look at Tyler Hero, you mentioned 20 years old, and Bam Adebayo, 23 years old, that they had the ball in their hands at all times in that fourth quarter with the NBA Finals on the line. That's just something in itself. Tyler Hero had that 5-point stretch where he hit a three, and then he hit that mid-range jumper, which was pretty much which got Miami going. If they didn't get that, I don't really know what their offense was going to look like. That was what they kind of needed at that moment. And then Bam Adebayo all game. At the beginning, he was just that force, trying to draw fouls, taking the ball inside, playing above the rim. And at the end, he just took a serve and just to kind of take the ball with his face to the basket and just trying to take people off the dribble. But the other thing that, other than the young guys, another thing that stood out to me is that the Miami Heat won that trade at that trade deadline.
Oh, yeah.
Because this was just another pure representation of what that trade looked like, because you could talk about Bam and Hero, but Jay Crowder and Andre Iguodala tonight were huge reasons. Not even – obviously Iguodala had that breakout scoring-wise, but Jay Crowder not being able to shoot the ball like he usually does, being able to step up and do things on defense, rebounding, bringing intensity, everything, cutting to the basket. So there was so many elements to that game with those other guys that it's going to get overshadowed by Bam and Hero's big games, but they deserve some love too.
I don't know if Pat said Rachel Nichols is thick, but yes, Rachel Nichols is thick. That's inappropriate. Anyway, Tiffany.
What a transition.
Boom. At least I didn't go into a Manscaped ad, all right?
Don't start it.
Okay, so the Heat scored 62 points in the first half. I think they said on the radio, I listened to this game and watched this game in 1,000 different ways. Half the time I was watching on my phone. I was on ESPN radio. I'm watching on an app on the TV. Like, I'm doing 1,000 different things. Like I said, I'm not home. If we lost tonight, I don't know if I would ever been able to live it down. But I think they said in the first half the Heat scored 62 points, and that was the most the Celtics has given up in a half this postseason. They scored 63 in the second half, right? While holding, they had the Celtics had 53 points in the second half. Not anything to write home about defensively, but when you look at this series and what it's been, that was a pretty good defensive second half. The Heat closed this game out with an intensity we haven't seen from a Miami Heat team in a long time. What did you see in that fourth quarter? The second half, Jimmy Butler came to play, 22 points. But he kept getting to the line. What did you see in the fourth quarter?
I just think they had that swarming defense. Everybody was active. That's how they're successful. They were moving their feet. They were getting their hands in there. Everybody was crashing the boards. They basically just played as a unit. When they play on a string, you can't beat them because they're using one mind. I think they just, they were just active. But Bam, yeah, I know he's going to get all the love, but he was just the catalyst throughout the entire game. And sometimes you need that one person from start to finish to say, we're doing it. Get on my back, come hell or high water, we're doing it. And, I think it's a shoulder. They say it's a wrist, whatever. He put that behind him, and he played through it. Who knows how it goes now? Yeah.
You saw it on his face the whole fourth quarter. The whole game, really. But in that fourth quarter, you saw that he was not going to let that team lose, right? And we've seen that a lot from Jimmy. It felt like Jimmy was like, Bam, Tyler, you guys got it, right? David, listen, I didn't see all the ESPN broadcasts, but apparently there was only one team. There was only one team playing.
Yeah, listen, it was the Celtics versus the Celtics, where the coach saw his son on the sideline. I mean, he was literally the only child that went into the bubble, and Celtics were the only team to bring their families. And it was the Celtics versus the Celtics. Listen, the Celtics are playing in Game 7 on Wednesday, so we can watch that. But listen, the broadcast, we've talked about it for so long. They slanted towards the bigger market or the more like the sexier names, right, and all that. But listen, this is a workman-like team, right? This is a throwback Heat team, where it's effort and it's energy, and I think tonight though we kind of saw like the ascendance of Bam, obviously, right? But a clear almost a passing of the torch where Butler was like, "Go, guys, young guys, take it, do it," and we saw Bam absolutely take over this game. Hero was amazing in this game, particularly in the fourth quarter. Duncan came through huge, right? We saw this movement with this club, where the young guys were particularly like the catalyst, especially in that fourth quarter run, right? The veterans did what needed to be done, right?
Yep, dirty work.
Yeah, they provided the lift when it happened, but the difference was Bam and Hero and Duncan and all those young guys, because they didn't get it from Goran tonight. I mean, he wasn't great, but I mean, we've talked about how this is the floor for this group, right? I mean, right. It's the floor is the finals? Are you kidding? Wild.
Go.
Also wild. Brady, before he got on this thing, already posted the article onto the website. You're working at another level, my man.
I think he writes 15 different articles for every single
his work is great. You got to go read it on the site. His work is great. It's insightful. But, I mean, this man is a machine, much like his defense.
And he's gone from just doing really good recaps to opinion pieces and columns. All right, listen, we're shot. The young guys are carrying the Miami Heat right now. Brady's carrying 5 Reasons Sports. All right, the rookies came to play. Michael, you're a rookie to 5 Reasons Sports.
I am.
Was this? I mean, I think that block put Bam Adebayo on the map. But 32 points and 16 rebounds is in a closeout game in the Eastern Conference Finals is a coming out party. Like it is, I have arrived, and I broke one of the best teams in the NBA. I broke them over my knee and told them to go the fuck home. Right? Did Bam Adebayo arrive today? Have we seen his ceiling? Like what did you see out of Bam?
I don't think we're anywhere. I don't think we're close to his ceiling yet. No. I really don't. Tiffany and I were actually talking about it on Twitter. Like I think it was like the second quarter or something, maybe third quarter, when you started seeing him score and he started taking the ball and he was like, "I want it," and he was the one driving down the floor, making the offense work. You were watching Bam develop during this series. From game 1 all the way to now, you've seen him improve in a different facet. And when we lost the last game and he said, "That's on me, I'm going to do better," he comes in the next game and he does exactly that. Yeah. I mean, this is not anywhere close to his ceiling. You can see him go way further from here. And there was a few series there where you saw him and Tatum go back and forth. Mm-hmm. And don't get me wrong. At this point, I hate Jason Tatum. I hate everybody on the Celtics. His son, I'm glad you get your father back. Get the hell out of Orlando. But, like, you saw Bam would go down and make a layup. Tatum would make a layup. Oh. Bam would make a dunk, Tatum would make another shot or something. You saw those two players going back and forth. When people put Tatum on this level, then I think you have to have Bam at the very least on that level, if not past that.
And I think the biggest part of Bam's game tonight wasn't even the scoring. So the thing that stood out to me was his rebounding towards the end of that game, going up to grab those boards that were crucial. Around like 3 Boston guys going up and grabbing. He had like 4 of them at the end of that fourth quarter that were just
when the Celtics were crashing the offensive glass because of the zone. Like those guys just put their bodies on the line, especially Bam, to just to power out rebounds, because we all know what happens with the zone. It forces you into bad shots, but it also puts you in bad defensive rebounding position. after getting hurt by that the entire first half, like that fourth quarter, Brady, it was huge. Like they just stopped letting those offensive rebounds happen just by sheer force of will. It wasn't, it was just guys going up, skying as high as they can to get the rebound. It's just like you watch that game and you just thought like the Heat wanted it more, man. You know what I mean? And it was a good thing to see because we didn't see that on Friday night.
No. The weird malaise with the team over the last couple of performances. Maybe I don't know that they would say that they didn't expect to be there because I'm sure to a man they would say, yeah, we're supposed to be there and all that stuff. But there was that weird malaise, and then they snapped out of it here. In the fourth quarter, you worried a little bit about what happened in the third. Third was back and forth and all that. But as you were saying, listen, when Bam took over in that fourth quarter and he was securing those defensive rebounds, the Heat ended up with 38 defensive rebounds. They gave up 13 offensive boards to the Celtics. That's the clear weakness in the zone, right? You learn that in high school, right? You worry about rebounding out of the zone, and what's interesting here, and what it speaks to Spoelstra, it speaks to the Heat and all that. They had a plan and they stuck to it. They stuck to that zone. They had their athletes on the top, and then Bam had to secure the back line because he's working back there with Duncan and Hero. And they're not the most athletic of guys, right? So Bam had to secure those rebounds, and that was a huge difference, keeping the Celtics to one and done on the offensive end.
And that's interesting to me. And Tiffany, I'll go to you because you watch the defensive side of the ball more than most people that I know on Twitter, right? They like David said, they stuck with the zone, even though it kind of felt like the Celtics had started to figure it out. And I think what the difference was in the second half was just the effort defensively, the effort to close out. Like you were saying, the swarming mentality.
Right.
Is this something that we're going to see against the Lakers, you think? Or before that, let's wallow in this game first. Like, what?
Right.
What did you see? Let me fuck the Lakers. What did the Heat zone? What was the difference tonight versus Friday night?
Just the energy, intensity, and it seemed like they wanted it. They come out sometimes and it's half-assed. It's we can play with anybody. We know we can play with anybody. We can catch up from being behind. And last game, it bit them in the ass.
Yeah.
And, and it did. So in this game, it just looked like they had the wherewithal to say, we're going to dig it out. We're going to stick with it. We're going to run our sets. And we're just going to keep it going. But like I said, when you see that aggression in Bam, it's hard to not follow suit. It's hard to not want to go the extra mile when this kid is out there battling 3 and 4 Celtics for a rebound. Because Bam should have had at least 20 free throws tonight. He literally every time they were grabbing that arm, they were pulling that arm, and he was swinging it out of there. So when you have that kind of leader on the floor, you're going to follow him.
And every time he went to the bench, he was pissed. Up 15, down 8, didn't matter. He was pissed every time he went to the bench, right? Michael, I don't want. I try not to just focus on everything on Bam. 6 guys scored in double figures. 5 of 7 from Duncan Robinson. But Bam was 10 of 11 from the free throw line.
Yeah,
he's your fucking center.
Yep.
And he's running point. Like what is happening?
It's a different NBA.
Yeah, Jimmy told us this a long time ago. Jimmy said this is Bam's team. And everybody thought Jimmy coming down here, this is going to be Jimmy's team. He wants to be the man. He wants to run it through him. I think even up through these playoffs, right? The Milwaukee series, everybody would have said, Bam played great, but this is Jimmy's team. He had that 40-point game in game 1. But you're seeing it now more than ever. This is Bam's team. And the way Bam goes, the rest of the team is going to follow suit. And him doing it on both sides of the floor, defensively, offensively, telling the guys, let's go, move it, let's get some points, let's play some defense, grab that rebound. It's like Tiffany said, if you don't want to follow suit with that, you're not gonna play on this team because Bam at this point is just evolving into the embodiment of Heat culture. He is on his way to that.
Yeah. And I honestly, and I want to go back, talk about a guy we haven't talked a lot about because the Heat are not in the finals, and I don't care about how he plays a day-to-day on the court without Jimmy Butler.
Yeah.
The reason guys like Tyler Hero and Bam Adebayo have the confidence to go out there in the fourth quarter of an Eastern Conference Finals game and just completely take over is because Jimmy Butler's the baddest son of a bitch in the schoolyard, and he's giving these guys credit, and he's telling these guys, "You're just as bad as me. Let's go." And you're seeing that Jimmy Butler fire coming out in Bam, and you're gonna see it start coming out in Hero, and the guys like Duncan Robinson knocking down clutch threes and talking cash on his way back up the court.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, Brady, I know you focus on the young guys a lot, but Jimmy Butler, man, like the Heat are here because I feel like Jimmy is a huge reason they're here. And listen, thank you, Dwayne Wade, right? But how do you see Jimmy's impact, not just outside the numbers, because his numbers were still good tonight, but outside the numbers, what is Jimmy's impact on the team from your point of view?
Well, for starters, we're going to talk about everything in that fourth quarter over and over. But what he did in that first quarter was a big reason for that win. He came out with, like you talked about, the firepower. He was looking to score the ball, attacking the basket, controlling the mid-range the way that we all know he can do. And then he kind of took that break over the second quarter. I think he scored like 1 point in the second quarter or something like that. But that's just Jimmy Butler. He's going to score when he wants to. And he knows that they win games when he's the guy that's facilitating and doing all the small things on the court, just as Bam does. But he's gonna continue to do this. Not to look ahead too much into the finals, but he's gonna do the same thing in the NBA finals. It's gonna be working the offense through Bam, working the offense through Duncan, and obviously Dragic, and then he's just gonna be a guy that's gonna step up during tough stretches, which was interesting today in that fourth quarter. I thought he was gonna step up a little bit more. But obviously Tyler Hero said that he's going to take control of this game and put the team on his back in that fourth quarter. So I think that just the way that people kind of were doubting the way that he plays, that he needs to score more. They're 12-3 in this playoff run, so I don't think he's doing anything wrong.
He's doing what needs to be done. And somebody brought up Gordon Hayward. Once again, I would like to say to everyone, fuck Gordon Hayward, fuck that creepy ass mustache. Stay 100 yards away from schools, please. You fucking creep. Like,
over there.
Yeah, listen.
He started missing some shots because he wanted to see his son. You could just see it. He was just like, I'm ready to go meet him. Let's get out of here.
Listen, to jump on the point about Jimmy, like he is an incredibly unique star in the NBA because he isn't necessarily the one that's going to take the volume of shot attempts, right? What he's doing here is empowering the young guys, right? He's empowering Bam. He's empowering Tyler. He's empowering Duncan. Like his ability to do that, to lift them up, has absolutely been part of this run, right? I mean, he's made clutch shots, right? He gets to the free throw line when it needs to happen. He facilitates. But his ability to empower the young guys and to believe, like it's something that you don't see in all those stars, right? You don't see it on the Boston side. You don't see those guys lifting each other up and making plays for each other. I mean, as great as LeBron has been, you don't always see that with LeBron, right?
Hey, those bitches in Boston quit tonight. Like
they did 100%.
Bam and Hero broke their will. Like Hero just kept everything. Layups, long 2-pointers, 3. He didn't care. He just broke their will tonight, and it was hilarious.
The best part about that was after they had put all that ball pressure on him, and he turned the ball over a couple times, and they got some transition points out of that, and then he still came back. And he still handled the ball, and he's still hitting all those shots. You're absolutely right. They broke them, and Jimmy allowed that to happen. He empowered those young guys because he knows that he needs them in order to get to a place that he's never been before. He had never been to the Eastern Conference Finals, and obviously he's never been to the NBA Finals. So his ability to empower those young guys and he's accelerated the timeline for this team for sure.
Yeah. Ethan says it all the time, and this is something I really want. There's 2 guys I want to give a lot of credit. We got like 8 minutes left. I'm not going to keep everybody here on a Sunday night. For you guys, it's 10:30. I think it's like 7:30 for me. Like I said, I'm actually outside of San Francisco right now. Long story. Anyway,
we want to stay there. Don't.
I
might have to stay. I might have to stay. But Michael, Ethan calls this Eric Spoelstra's masterpiece, and I have to agree because this. First of all, the Heat have not been known for offense even through the big 3 years where they had 3 30-point a night kind of guy.
All right, so that was the post-game
It's
show.
incredible. It's incredible. What's happening now?
Here,
It's absolutely incredible.
Because I gotta finish this one. I gotta get prepared for the post-game shows, the post-game conferences that are coming up. Thank you very much for being here with us. To all of those that left over here, who are these people? We are part of the 5 Reasons Sports Network, and we are the best outlet that you have here in Miami to follow the Miami Heat. We're producing content in different platforms, podcasts, YouTube, on our website, and so you can enjoy whatever you want there. So I'm going to finish this off, and we're going to be coming back with the post-game conference here in the 5 Reasons YouTube channel. Thank you very much. If you want to continue to listen to these guys, they're still here. They're in the 5 Reasons YouTube channel, so make sure you get out of here and then go click over there and keep enjoying the post-game show there in 5 Reasons. So thank you very much, and we'll see you soon back here for the NBA Finals between the Miami Heat and the Los Angeles Lakers. See you soon.